Morning. Good morning, everybody. Trying to get going today. Oh, little guy waking me up a couple times today or last night. Like, man, dude, I need a solid night's sleep. I don't need you waking me up. So I'm dragging again today, but it'll get better. Always does. Morning, Dave Bozart. Good to see you, man. He's the first one in this morning. I think I need to maybe have a write down some topics or something for when I first start. Because I don't know what I'm going to say when I first start this. That's good morning. That's about it. But it would be better if I was at least a little prepared, wouldn't it? I'm okay when there's people in here talking, but other on my own, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Although Eric and them would find that hard to believe. It's been gray and yucky yesterday. Looks like it's going to be that way today. Man, I know the dogs seen something out back last night. I don't know what it was, but they were going nuts. Morning, John. And Tilly took off chasing something over towards the neighbor's house, and the neighbor come out. And morning, Eric. Is that tonight? Hmm. Yeah, if Tyson can get in, if Tyson rushes him like he used to do in the old days, where he'd just go across the ring and commence to fighting, he does that, he'll win the first round early. But if it goes more than 2 rounds, he's in trouble. I mean, he's he's old, you know. We'll see. Now I forgot what I was thinking, which that's typical. We got Eric, we got Dave Bozart, Fat Boy Eric, and John the Baptist. I don't know. I need to get a new PC so I can start working. I'm all right, brother. Just another day in paradise. You know how it is up here. But oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, the dogs. And then the neighbor guy come out, and I asked him. He had a flashlight. He was shining around the backyard. I said, "You see anything out there?" He said, "No, but I seen a coyote the other night." I said, "Oh really?" So I went and loaded my rifle, and I don't know, 10 rounds or something. It's just a 22 rifle. Just sit up by the door just in case. And I asked him, I said, "We're allowed to shoot them out here, ain't we?" He said, "I haven't seen that." And I said, "That's close enough for me." But yeah, I mean, it was like worst I seen him go in a long time, especially the little guy. He was yelping because Tilly, she, as fat as she is anyway, she took off running around the corner of the house. Trying to figure out what it is I got to do. Today's Friday, isn't it? I'm trying to figure out what I got to do today. I'll run over and see Pop. Other than that, I don't know. I know what today's Friday. There's got to be something I got to do today. Let me look at my calendar just in case I don't want to forget something important. Oh, shit. Wonder what that was for. Hmm. It don't look like I got any. I don't have anything on my calendar anyway. That's cool. So I don't have nothing today, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Then I got, I think, physical therapy Thursday. Yeah, they keep rescheduling that. If they do it again, I'm going to send an email to the PA and tell them, hey, they keep postponing this damn thing. Give me an appointment outside or something, The sooner I get that done, the sooner I get my knee replaced. Which is, I understand. Well, since that other one back, yeah, they should get it today, and they'll be putting my money back on my books or back in the bank. But yeah, no, there's something wrong with it. I wasn't going to buy. I wasn't going to pay for it. Something wrong with it. And it's hard to find. I got the two old monitors I got back there. They were about as old as my computer, I guess. And they're not HDI or whatever, you know what I mean? So they hook up the old-fashioned way, them like 12-pin things. And all new computers have HDMI ports, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll just play it by ear and see what happens. It always works out in the long run, doesn't it? It does for me anyway. I don't know why. Just patience, I guess. We'll see what happens. I did turn down a couple really good appraisals I'd like to have done the last couple days because they were easy. And then Justin called day before yesterday, I think it was, or text me. What are you doing Saturday night? And I'm like, you know me, man, saving the world or something. And he said, yeah. And he's like, well, me and Kat are going to come over then if you guys don't mind. I said, hell, I don't mind. Come on by. So I guess him and Kat are coming over Friday or Saturday. Watch, there'll be a good ball game on Saturday night too. I'll have to miss. I'm gonna tell him to bring dinner. I'm too short and fat too, John. We're both going to be in trouble if a bear comes. At least you got better knees than me. You got a better chance of getting away than I do. I'm just going to say, all right, come on, bear, let's get it over with. So right now my whole desk is wide open. I can even see through there and everything. Yeah, I'm with you, John. My running days are over. I do too. I carry two usually. One in the car and one in my pocket. Oh, goodness. Well, I'm going to have to make a Walmart run. I ain't looking forward to that. They do, don't they? Yeah, Indiana needs that stand your ground law. And let's see. I think if you are a gun carrier, let me see if I can find it. There it is. You should be a member of that. That 8/31/24 because I had to let it expire. I ran a little low on money one time. But on the back, if you had an incident where something happened, you had to shoot someone, call that number right there and do anything the cops tell you, but just tell them you have nothing to say until you get an attorney based on counsel or whatever. Especially if you got, like you, John, you got a couple houses and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's like an insurance. So to keep you from getting, they provide your defense attorney and they help keep you from getting sued for everything you have. especially if you were in the right. Yeah, USCCA, United States Concealed Carry Association. And the reason I choose them over the NRA is when that kid, oh, Rittenhouse or whatever, during the Floyd stuff, and he shot that guy, the dude, the bunch of people trying to attack him, he shot the dude or whatever with the AR. The NRA didn't even talk to him, wouldn't even offer to help him in any way, shape, or form. And the kid was dead in the right. You know, I mean, the trial proved he was. And I seen an interview with him. Might have been on Rogan. I don't remember. Morning, Jody. And he, whoever was doing the interview, asked him, said, "Well, did the NRA help you with anything? You know, help with your defense or anything?" He said, "Nope. They wouldn't even talk to me." I'm like, "Really?" Yeah, I still have my lifetime concealed carry. I'm not going to let anything. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get rid of it. That way, when the tides blow another direction, you know what I'm saying? This is America, and there are politicians that are idiots. When it goes back the other way, I'll have, what is it? Yeah, lifetime concealed carry. And the reason this is good is because it's good from, say, the UP, Michigan, all the way down to Key West. It's honored in every one of them states. So just because it's legal to carry here doesn't mean it's legal to open carry somewhere else. You know what I mean? Yes, dude. Thanks for that. Yeah, I did actually. That's awesome. I can't believe you asked that. I forgot about it. Yep, sure did. Heck yeah. I can set the timer on my TV again now. It came day before yesterday. I think I had it for like $5 or something like that. It was really cool. Really. Yeah, but see, the bad part is because I use my computer mainly for work, right? And everything I work with, as far as the reports that I send to computers, the PDFs, and everything, goes through Windows type of operating systems. You know what I mean? So I don't think I can just switch like that. But that's cool. Mine, like I said, mine was so old. When I got it, it had Windows 7 on it. Thanks, Crazy Cat. I appreciate that a lot. I don't get to smile a lot, believe me. But and it was a good computer when I bought it. You know what I mean? It was the first, like I said, it was the first one I had ever seen at the time with 1 tera drive, 1 terabyte or whatever it's called. And I don't know how many years it's at least 8 years I've had it, at least. I'd say maybe a little more than that. And figure out when Windows 7 ended or Windows 8 come out. I got it the day before Windows 8 came out. And it's been a good computer all them years. It When I first got it, and before I had to, upgrade to Windows set or Windows 8 or whatever, and on through, it kept slowing it down. But when I first got it, man, that bad boy, it was a bad computer. It'd fly. Yeah, Moses had his MySpace on my computer exactly. And you could almost see with MySpace. I remember when it happened, when it went public. I was like, well, heck, there it goes. It's over with. That thing's done. Because young kids aren't going to, be for that. And sure enough, here come Facebook. Which I wonder if Facebook got with MySpace and bought some username data and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I bet they did. I don't know though. They weren't very big. It's just starting out. That's a quick way to retirement, man. Is come up with something, social media, something that people are all into, and then you sell it to some big company for multi-million dollars and go away and live happily ever after. Like the McAfee dude, man. Except for being nuts, that guy had it. I mean, he had it made, but he had to be smart to develop the program to begin with, But he got a little crazy there towards the end. Hey, morning, Roger. How are you, buddy? Oh, goodness. I got my little post-it note here to read James 1:26 every morning before I start the show. It's my reminder to help me not curse as much. I'm trying. And so as long as I leave this here, are you headed to the licking, are you? Heck yeah, dude. Who all's going? Going to the Licking River, gonna do some catfishing today. Heck yeah. Hey, morning, dog. Snuck right past me. Yeah, there was a lot of them made, wasn't there, John? Back in the early 90s, early mid 90s. Yeah, there were a lot of people at the very beginning that got rich. And then there was people that were smart and bought domain names or registered domain names like porn, as porn.com or whatever. Somebody owns that. And that's another way to make money, is if you can come up with a domain name that some company's going to want. You watch for the initial stock options or whatever, and some newer companies coming around. Well, nowadays it's not as easy. Back in the day, it was pretty easy to register a domain name that someone's going to want and buy. And I got to check. I was emptying the cloud out yesterday because I'm tired of my computer automatically sending my pictures and stuff up to the cloud. And I don't know what happened, but I deleted all the pictures in the cloud, and now there's no pictures on this computer, my backgrounds and all that stuff. Hawktui.com years ago. Yeah. But, oh, shit, I forgot what I was thinking. Never mind. John, quit interrupting me. See what you got my brain fried again today. Yep. I've missed out on a few opportunities that were my fault. The Bitcoin's the big one. I mean, because I'm telling you, it was before I'd ever heard the word Bitcoin. I started seeing that sign. Little bitty office, probably couldn't have been no more than 900 square feet. Buy Bitcoin here is all the sign said. And I'm like, Bitcoin, what the heck is that? I mean, this I can't remember. Let's see, I come back from Wisconsin in 2000. So it had to be around 2001 or so, I'd say 2003, whenever Bitcoin first come around, that first year. And I drove by that place at least 10 times, or I don't know how many, because it was on Keystone Avenue, which is a direct route from up north downtown Indy. And man, there's not a day goes by, I don't think, man, dude, if you'd have just stopped in there and spent $1,000, you'd be retired right now. You know what I mean? If you could have, because I'm sure it wasn't selling for, I don't know what a Bitcoin was selling for at that time, but if you'd have just put $1,000 in it, say it was $1 a share or whatever, or $1 a coin, you'd have 100,000 coins. You kidding me? You'd be a millionaire, multi-millionaire. That's what it's like, 60,000 or something like that right now for a whole Bitcoin. But I guess it just wasn't my destiny to be rich in life. I'm rich in other ways, though. So that's all that really matters, I think. Money won't buy you happiness, but it sure makes it easier to be sad. Little guy's sleeping on top of the love seat there. I got to scoot it back. I had to get behind there to do the computer stuff. So there's about a foot gap between it and the desk. And he used to sleep there and lean up against the stuff there on the desk. I ain't got nothing to lean on. I don't know. I'll never know who's coming in. Yeah, well, they rent it by the hour or the weekend, depending on where you're at. I always think about, all them perverts was going over to like the Philippines and stuff. And you got to wonder how long they were doing it before it actually become common knowledge. Yeah, but the key word being profit. 1 and D. That means he's making profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? I pay the taxes on the profit. It's not a problem for me. Morning, Roger. I got your little signal issue. Another day in paradise.
It'd be easier to hop in would be to try to re-chat.
Yep. It Oh, I thought that was a chainsaw. It's my chair when I spin it. Sounds like a chainsaw off in the distance. Never mind. B said good morning. So who you heading? Are you going? Who are you going to the licking with?
I'm picking up J-Dog.
Are you? I wondered. That's cool. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys do well today, man.
Well, I'm trying to catch bait for tomorrow. I'm thinking Ben Wallace are going out with me and Jackie.
Oh, okay. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. What was it 3 weeks ago when I was down there or whatever? I'm telling you, you literally could have thrown a cast net anywhere in the river at any time and come back with at least 50 of them. But just in the middle of the river, even. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, and it was just everywhere we went up and down that river, it was like that. It wasn't just in certain spots. I mean, it was the whole river was like that.
We'll try to find some bigger ones. That's my goal, is to try to find some better ones. But,
yeah, he's got a pretty good spot to get some bigger ones.
We're going to try to catch some bait real quick, and then if that goes well, we're going to do a little catfish for a while.
Heck yeah, you got to while you're there, especially at the Licking.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Licking River a lot. I wish I had a boat because I'd go up there and explore it. Because I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 miles of it, I'd say, up and down either way. Maybe 10. No, not even 10, I don't think. There's no way I've seen 10 miles of it. From where it comes in to the Ohio going back, I'd say maybe 5 miles would be pretty close. And I don't know how long it is, but it looked like it went back up there a long ways.
Oh, it goes a long way.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. If I had a boat, I would go there, even though I'd fish eventually, but my goal would be to go up and boat up that river and see what all's up through there. Because there's got to be tons and tons of places. Well, like J-Dog said,
it might have some flow today after all the rain we've had.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing, actually. I was thinking, I wonder if it's up any. Yeah, because when I was there...
I don't think it'll be up, but it might get it up just
it'll be moving, yeah. I know what you're saying. I don't know what kind of rain they had down there, but it rained here for 2 days in a row. And now it's so cloudy and wet, I can't mow the leaves. Now I'm going to have to do something with them before long. Donkey land in the afternoon, John? What the heck afternoon? What's the high down there today, John? 84, I'm saying, maybe 84. I'm happy with the temperatures we got right now. It'd be just a little bit warmer. So are you pulling your boat?
That, yeah, I got my boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even brought some better cheddars just to annoy Freddie.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And you got to take at least at the minimum video of it and send it to him. Or get him
Oh
up
yeah.
on a one-on-one thing, or get him up on, backstage type thing. I'm gonna wear a coat. Only 80 today. Oh my God! No wonder you're going in the afternoon. You guys are freezing down there. It's not too cold here right now, but it's the dampness, makes it feel worse. Especially if you
Yeah,
got an old
it's great.
knee. Yeah, drizzle and dampness. You got an old knee like mine, full of arthritis and stuff. You definitely hate these kind of mornings. Morning, Rustic. You making some coffee? All right. Glad to see you got up this morning. Oh goodness.
I was having a hard time convincing him to get up early.
Yeah.
I was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I was like, man, I roll early. I was like, I'll be there at 7.
I roll
I would
early.
have been if it's up to me, I'll be there at 6:30.
That's the worst part about wintertime, isn't it? The fact that it gets dark so late in the morning and so early in the evening.
Yeah.
Eric, I'm gonna block you if you ever say that word again before Thanksgiving. Snow next Thursday. I'm hexing that out. It ain't gonna happen. Is
Next
next
Thursday.
Thursday Thanksgiving?
I don't know what day Thanksgiving's on. My birthday is next Thursday.
It might be. I hadn't even thought about it. I suppose I probably ought to get on that. I think they're coming here today. No, it's the Thursday after next, the 28th. That's cool. I got a little extra time. Because as you can figure with me, it's going to be a last minute thing, and I'll end up at a freaking crowded Walmart with all the other people who waited to the last minute because I'm an idiot.
Getting is the first step.
I got to get that, and come think of it, I think I need to get one of them hams out of that freezer and start it thawing in the refrigerator, I'd say. I mean, I know you don't want to set it out on the counter and thaw it. I don't know how long it takes something like that, because these are big hams. I mean, they're from local hog.
And usually doesn't take as long to thaw because there's so much salt in it.
Oh no, I couldn't hear you very well. Hold on, let me get my volume up a little bit. There we go.
Is my volume up?
Yeah, that's better. Procrastinating? Yeah, like I ever do that. I can deal with snow flurries. Like I said, I don't mind when it snows as long as I can stand and look out the window at it, I don't like it if I have to go somewhere and do stuff. But when I was younger, I did. I loved it when I was younger, man. I'd get the dirt bike out and put a rope on it and put a sled behind it and get the kids and let's go. I'd pull them all over the place. I got a picture somewhere of me pulling up at my mom's house with Justin and his friend that lived a couple houses down, all bundled up, and it was probably 6 miles over there, I'd reckon. We went through fields and through neighborhoods and all the shortcuts I learned as a kid. And pulled up in mom's yard and she said, "What are you doing?" It was deep snow. It's probably 8 or 9 inches deep. "What are you doing? You're going to get arrested." I said, "Dad, they arrest me for spending time with my kids. Hell, I'll get a good lawyer. I don't care." And I mean, we used to go out. Dad, when I was a kid, Dad and them had this. My uncle had this little motorhome that had a hatch on the back that raised up, and they'd take the bobsled, go out in the country, and hook the bobsled on the back of the camper and drive down the county roads and pull us on the bobsled. You try that now and see what would happen.
Morning, Billy. Morning, Chris.
That sounds like the beginning. Sounds like the beginning of you might be a redneck.
Yeah, exactly right. Hello, Billy.
Chris said, "Rogers, you going fishing?"
Yeah,
Yep.
buddy. my audio okay?
It's a little, oh, I don't know how to say it or how to describe it. It just sounds a little muffled, I think is what I would call it. Or that could be my ears too.
Say something, Roger.
Hang on, I'm switching it out.
Okay.
I start saying, I hear you.
It hooks and hammy. Oh, morning, Chris. I didn't see you guys, but you can't let that. No, you got to slow that chat down. You got to realize who's.
How about that?
Yeah, well, that's much better.
I was on the Bluetooth in the truck, but the microphone in the truck is terrible. So I switched over to speakerphone.
Yeah, that's real good. I got to see who I missed. Morning, Chris, Hooks and Hammock. I'm sorry, brother. I missed you guys. Stuff goes by too fast. Let's see.
Yeah, Chris, I'm heading down to the Licking River to meet up with J-Dog. We're going to go catch some bait, get me by for the next couple of days, then we're going to try to do a little fishing.
Try to do a little fishing.
I think we're fishing tomorrow with Benoit down on the high river.
Ladies.
Around 3 and then Sunday, I think we're fishing stand day with over at Hoover.
Oh, are you? Gonna go to Hoover. Ha ha, Eric. You better get up and be over there for stand day.
I ain't been on Hoover for like, I don't know, a few months.
Yeah. I was over there once.
Tell J-Dog about donuts.
Buying donuts?
At the dairy place.
I'm going to try to get him to stay away from the White Castle, and I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, he's got a special one he likes to go to. He wants to take you there, I heard.
Take me to the what?
So there's a special one he wants to take you to, I hear.
Yeah, if it's next to Pickle Park, I'm going to pass.
Yeah, probably should. Just tell him when you leave the boat ramp, hey, keep this boat pointed south. Don't be going back up that way.
Well, there's something from the Pickle Park that works there, I imagine, but
yeah, I'm trying to.
Excuse me.
Boy, it'd be nice if you guys got into some big ones. I know the ones we caught were just, about 4 inches long, maybe, but we put 2 or 3 of them on the hook. Man, I never had a problem.
Nah, they'll do.
Tail off of them.
I'm trying to run big bait right now, so I'm hoping for bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Chris said, you going to be live?
I don't know. J-Dog's been freaking shy about going live here lately. If I have my way, I'll go live. It is my boat, so maybe I can pull that card. But we ain't been fishing together in a long time, so it might not be rated for viewer consumption.
Yeah, it may have to have a PG-18 warning.
Parental advisory warning coming in.
Yeah, I don't go live when I go down there usually.
Oh, he asked me, do you want to go live or you just want to fish? I said, let's just fish. He goes, all right.
Yep.
You do catch him on a rare day, though. He'll go live.
Yep.
You just got to go. You just got to do it.
I'll leave it up to him. I don't care. If I was going by myself, if he didn't go, I was going by myself anyway. I was going to go live. But when I'm by myself, I prefer to be live just for safety.
Yeah, I agree. I think
you go live, I'm sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
I'd say it'd be a combination of junk man and Jew. I'm sorry if anyone's Jewish. That's just a joke.
Chris said, send the link if you go live.
What's that, buddy?
Chris said, send him the link if you go live.
Oh, Chris is out fishing too.
Oh, is he?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I forgot.
Unless he's wanting to re-chat. I can't imagine him wanting to sit there and re-chat.
Yeah. I forgot what is today Friday? I can't remember. He said the other day what his hours was this week. I just don't remember because I'm in their head.
Eric said, wait a minute, Roger going fishing without Jackie again.
Yeah, I don't plan on catching nothing, but well, Jackie, and I was conflicted this morning because Jackie's dad's in the hospital. They're going into his heart, doing a heart catheter this morning, and probably putting a couple stents in. She wants to be there for that. And then middle of the night, one of the kids came down. Amelia came down with a temperature of 102.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, man, do you need me to stay home and sit with the kids? Because the other one was complaining of the same symptoms, but he's tougher than her.
Yeah.
So he don't complain as much.
Yeah.
So he might be sick too.
Where you headed to, Chris? So he's getting ready to leave the house.
He's going to Tanner's Creek.
That's what I was wondering.
Why not, John? He said I wouldn't bring Lindy along on a trip with J-Dog either.
Now, Jackie's been wanting to go down and meet him, J-Dog, and Tara, do some fishing or go out to dinner or something, anything.
Yeah. You going to Rising Sun? Yep.
Oh, really? A couple of our tournaments next year are going out that way. The tournament circuit we fish down in southern Ohio, I think they're going to have a Rising Sun or a Tanner's Creek tournament next year.
Oh, really?
I ain't ever been over there.
Tanner's Creek's that's a huge parking lot, man. I mean, huge. I bet you get 100 rigs in there.
On average, we stay around 30, about 30 boats, give or take, which is fantastic compared to where it was like a year or two ago. Like the guy that had it before, like a good day is 15.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this guy's doing a fantastic job with the tournament circuit.
Rising Sun was a strip club back in the day in North Carolina. Thanks for the memories. I think the best name for strip club, there's one up in Wisconsin called Bean Snappers.
Called what?
Bean Snappers. And if you ever had your parents ever grow green beans, you know about snapping beans, breaking beans. Yeah. Bean Snappers. I liked it.
Well, if you get down there around J-Dog down there in Kentucky, stay away from the one called the Brass Ass. It's no good. No good.
I've made it a lifetime habit not to go into bars in Kentucky.
Well, I was with some buddies, and they all got the bright idea we was going to go find a club somewhere, and we was downtown there, and I was like, let's check this out. And we went over there and was like, ooh, bad idea.
Wrong club.
Abort.
Yeah. Get out of here, go run. Oh, man. It'll be long. They'll probably be trying to outlaw those, too.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
They'd legalize marijuana. I don't think they're going to outlaw titties.
A place called the Velvet Antler. Always men's night. Oh, this guy moved into our neighborhood in high school. He's a big, tall, skinny guy. He's probably 6'9". I'd say he was real tall, but real bone skinny. And there's a gay bar in downtown Muncie. We were driving around. I said, man, we'll get a couple quarts of beer drink, dude. I said, here, pull over there and run in there and grab them for us real quick. They won't charge you, I promise. It's a gay bar. He walks in. And the bartender, can I help you? Yeah, can I get 3 quarts of Budweiser to go? And the bartender put his hand on his hip. Do you think we sell quarts to go in here? He came out of there mad as all get out. He said the whole place went quiet when he walked in.
All right, Chris. Be safe going out there.
Well, you've been sitting here talking to us naked this whole time, Chris? Dang.
Dress on, get going. Catch y'all later.
I always wonder when everybody goes live if they got pants on or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Why, no. We're all sitting there in boxers.
I do that too.
Yep. I've sit there in my underwear because I forgot to grab a pair of shorts that I was running behind.
I think everybody just threw up in their mouth.
You know, I I swear I made the thing for the live last night before I went to bed, and when I got up this morning, it wasn't there, so I must not have hit save or whatever it is you do. You know what I mean? So I had to
Yeah.
type something up real quick because the one I had last night had a bunch of stuff in. I can't remember what all it said, but it was just a bunch of joking stuff like I usually do. Oh, I know what happened. I'll bet you I went to put a picture in, and because the pictures got deleted when I deleted the cloud, I got to go back and get my external hard drive and plug it in and get those pictures back.
Oh, you got them all saved?
Yeah, I got a 2 terabyte external hard drive.
There you go.
Yeah, about once every 6 months or so, I'll plug it in and just hit every file and photo and just hit download.
I wish I was that smart.
Eric said
Well,
prayers going out for Jackie's dad today.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, buddy. I've been up there with him last couple of days. He went in. He went in because he was having severe stomach pains. He said he was constipated. He said, "Man, I ain't been able to poop for like 3 days." He said, "I feel like my guts are going to explode." They got to the point where he couldn't pee either. They went in there for that. They started doing scans. They found out, oh, you got a. He was impacted, but it started to work itself out. Then they said, oh, you got a kidney stone and your heart's out of rhythm and all this other shit. And there, he's like, damn, I should have stayed home.
Yeah, no doubt.
So his heart, they were supposed to shock him yesterday and put it back in rhythm, but it went back into rhythm by itself. But he's not getting enough blood flow through his left ventricle, so they're going in today and take a look at it, see what's going on. But hopefully they can just stent it and get him good to go, and they ain't got to crack him open.
Yep. Damn, John, you mean Florida weed isn't legal in Florida? I wonder why that didn't pass. Could be all those retirees down there voting.
They're mad because they ain't got no hair on them anymore.
Yeah. I was going to say that I went to the hospital good and Boober P was a big kidney stone.
I've never had a kidney stone, thank God, and I hope I never do.
Yep. You think you have a laser? Somebody said they did, but I don't know. You think they'd have a laser? They could go up there and just blast that thing apart like asteroids in the video game.
They do. They do something of the sort. I ain't done much research on it, but I know that there is a way they do something for it.
Yeah, better than making you try to, because I hear it's real painful to pass a kidney stone.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I was trying to explain to the 9-year-old last night about how babies come out your vagina, or a couple nights ago. You should see the terrified look on her face. It's about the same thing as when they told me how a kidney stone comes out.
Yeah.
She said she wants to have 5 kids. I said, really? She said, yep. My goal is to have 5 kids, 3 girls and 2 boys. I said, well, I hope you get your wishes.
Yeah, you don't always get what you wish for when that happens, too.
I know it. I had all girls.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot. So, it's nice to have what you want, but it ain't going to happen that way usually. God does have a sense of humor like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we had to kind of talk about how circle of life works.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't going to be long before you can order what you want, though. They take her seed and the male's, stuff, and they'll be able to custom build you one, so to speak, and put it back in.
That's scary.
That's
just messing with nature.
Yeah, that's messing with God's plan. But you know what I'm saying? There are people out there that are, I don't know what word I want to use, but instead of just accepting whatever you get, then I know I got to have a voice. So there's people who's going to make that happen. I had a saying one time, and it came in real handy raising kids, and it was, love your children for who they are, not who you want them to be. And I always tried to remember that, I mean,
John said with a boy, you got to worry about one weenie. With a girl, you got to worry about all weenies.
yeah, that's a good point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very
Absolutely.
good point. Yeah, I couldn't have girls. I'd be in trouble. I wouldn't
Oh,
be able to do it.
I've
You see
raised
what
5 girls.
Eric said, Buggy don't know how many German kids he's got.
It's
How many,
possible.
how many kids do you have, Buggy?
Just one.
Just okay.
I had another kid that was my stepson that I raised since he was 3, but he's not a very good human being, so I don't have anything to do with him.
Well, that happens. You know, you do the
Yeah,
best you can with them.
yeah, exactly. You know, and I know the environment and the people he was raised around, and there wasn't no people. I mean, you know. So that's another one of them. Love your children for who they are. You can love them, but don't mean you got to support their bad ways. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
I only got
basically. Yeah,
I only got 2 biological children of my own, but I've raised 5.
Yeah. Oh, I raised 2 other girls. Come think of it, after my kids. Not to mention that, but I don't know. Last I heard, he was living in Florida, but before that, he was doing time in Virginia or something for breaking and entering. And I'm like, yep, that's why you're not allowed in my life. He won't. My son, his brother, won't even tell him where he lives.
Right.
And he's just not a very good person. I don't
Can't
know what it is. He's allergic to work originally, I thought, but that test came out negative.
can't choose your family. You just
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
exactly. You know, and I actually I overcompensated with him because he was a stepson. You know what I mean? As he was growing up,
Yeah.
he played ball and sports and stuff, and I, probably neglected my other son a little bit, doing extra stuff with him, trying so he wouldn't feel like a step kid. And butt baby, you're gonna be a butt baby. We raised 2 girls. Yep. I just couldn't. I don't even know how I would begin to do that. I couldn't even imagine, especially when I became a single parent. I couldn't imagine if I'd had a daughter when that happened. Oh, I'd had to be a single dad with a girl all through high school. That would have been tough.
Yeah. I've had plenty of one-on-one conversations with some boys coming after my daughters.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be me. I'd be like, dude, I'm telling you right now, that girl's going to college, and if you screw that up, I guarantee you won't see the next morning. Just so
You
you
can
got
ask
enough.
my girl several conversations were with firearms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I just, God, and I think about me and my buddies when we were in high school. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't let no one, if I was a dad, I wouldn't let no one date me. You kidding me? Ain't
One
no
night,
way. Morning, Nate. How are you, buddy?
More Nate.
I couldn't even imagine having kids nowadays with social media and stuff. I mean, I couldn't even think about that. It'd be so much easier to sneak around and do stuff you couldn't find out.
Well, so far, Jackie's kids, they're I don't know if it's good or bad. She thinks it's good. I'm twisted on it because both of her kids are pretty sheltered. So the
Yeah.
one is homeschooled, was by her, but then or her dad, but then the neighbor has a homeschool. She takes on 5 girls, and she goes there every day, and so she's pretty sheltered there. And
Yeah.
then the boy, he goes to a private Christian school, and of course, pretty
Good.
moderate there.
There ain't nothing wrong with good. I'm glad, because I wouldn't want my church has a school just because of that, because you don't have an alternative, and whatever curriculum they're teaching, you're stuck with because you're not going to change it.
Right. Yeah, I love his school, and I love what they're doing at homeschool next door. She'd way farther than what she should be.
Yep, exactly. And a lot of
And
times, I know, like motocross, for instance, they start these kids out at 5 years old, and by the time they're 13, they usually have a sponsor by a factory somewhere. If they're like the top level, you know what I mean? So
right,
they don't go to school; they live their life at motocross camps. Parents got a motorhome and they go there. Well, there's a company now that does, and it's not just for motocross; it's for all athletes like that train, in a special place or whatever. And it's
right,
it's a curriculum that's put together like for homeschooling, and it's geared towards people who have kids that are in athletics and stuff like that. There are a lot of sports kids take off that and go, to a special training place like gymnastics or something.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of them in basketball, but most of those are schools. And most of them end with the name academy for some reason.
Yeah, we treat it just like school every day. She has
Yeah.
to be there on time every day. She goes through classes and she has homework and
Yeah.
she has assignments and things like that. I mean, she does a fantastic job. I mean,
I just wish I was smart enough to do that. I couldn't be a teacher. I'm not smart enough.
well, her husband works full time and like I said, she's got 5 girls of her own. And then, so she's, homeschooling those. It's just some stuff
Yeah.
went on at the school there that the parents didn't like. And they started like a whole homeschooling community. There's a lot of people say, homeschooling kids takes away their social atmosphere and all this stuff. Well,
Yeah.
these kids all get together and they are in every stinking extracurricular you could think of. They're in dance, soccer, karate,
Now,
ballet. They
don't
do it all.
don't the public schools have to let someone who's homeschooled, like if they want to play sports or
Yes.
something? I
Yep.
thought that. Yeah. I thought you could
Yeah.
do that. You homeschool your kid, but they can still go and compete in the sports and stuff at the regular school.
She could actually show up for school for, like, let's say she just wanted to go for art class or go for what she can go for whatever classes we
Yeah.
want her to go to. But yeah, she's eligible to join like band, any sport that she wants to through the school. They're all available to her.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like I said, well, actually, the daughter of our preacher was a school teacher, in the regular schools, and the schools kept getting worse and worse, and students less, more disrespectful, and finally got to the point where she just couldn't do it anymore. She said that she'd get up dreading going to work every day because the students were so disrespectful, and the parents wouldn't do anything about it. And
Yeah.
she finally, then they come up with the idea of starting a school to church. So at least she's a licensed teacher, which helps a lot in convincing someone to send their child there.
This school here he's at's like one of the top in the state for their curriculum and their success rate and all that. So it's
Nice. Yep. Seeing it, and there's nothing wrong with investing in your children's future, and that's a way to do it.
yeah,
Because they're not going to
yeah.
get that education at the public schools. You know what I mean? If you don't make it, they're going to pass you on anyway. I know for a fact because it happened to me. I took one English class in high school, my freshman year. That was it, and took one business math class, and that was it. The rest of them were just, biology and stuff like that. But any classes that would help as a grown up, I didn't take. I was a stoner then. I'll take landscaping 101. Yeah, I did too, John. I would. Yep, I got a few whacks in school, especially elementary school.
Oh, I got my butt beat for sure.
Yeah. Well, the biggest
deserve-
problem is the single parent family, and before long, if they don't already, they're going to outnumber the dual parent traditional family. And I'm not sure they don't already. I'd have to look it up, but that's a lot of the problem in America is the lack of a 2-parent household. Yeah, I had a gym teacher like that. I'm sure glad the election turned out like it did, though, because I was afraid. I don't know what was going to happen to this country if it didn't, to be honest with you. I was legitimately concerned. And I'm sure it's not over yet. And I'm going to kill J-Dog. He turned me onto them popcorners. Oh, my God, I can't get enough of those things. They're bad for me. Well, actually, I eat them. It keeps me from smoking so much when I'm driving. It just makes me fatter, I guess. Eric.
What?
I just making sure you could hear me. Rustic. I heard chains
Getting ready
rattling.
to walk downstairs.
Oh, you ain't left the house yet? I thought you was already on the road. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly, John. You realize what a perv the gym teacher was? Yeah. We had a woman gym teacher that got busted for doing a student, and she was pretty good looking. So I'm like, damn, dude, who told? Morning, JG Hill. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you every day, actually. I liked going to school, especially when I got out of the army and come back home. And once I realized that I was capable of learning, even though in high school I didn't apply myself, then I started taking every class I could get, especially in the cable company. I was there, I think, 6 years and had taken every course they had to offer. The guy she was messing with. Yeah, well, I'm figuring probably one of the other guys in the school who wished it was him getting done by the teacher told on him or something. And see, I'll tell any young teenage boy texting, okay? In our day, it was never write it down, deny, and never record anything. So now if you're smart now, you will never text it, never take pictures, and never make videos. And that'll save you a whole lot of hassle. Why do I got two Erics now?
What are you doing, sexy?
Never mind. I know now. You can't do that stuff this early in the morning. Because I sit there and looked for a minute and thought, what the heck I got two Erics for? How's that working?
I'm the real Eric. You see what it says?
Yep, Eric is slow. You got me. Oh, my knees are sore. Oh, crap.
Wow, I got up here and everybody went quiet.
Shut up. Fix shit.
Huh?
At least you're up.
Yeah.
Give Roger some relief. You're welcome, JG. No worries, brother.
Nice to be able to go fishing and not have to worry about boat and poles and bait and this and that.
Oh, I see. I see, John. Yep. Yeah, you're just going to have to get in the boat and go like I do. That's cool.
Yeah. Really nice going fishing on somebody else's boat.
Yeah, really I get nice to be the boat
fishing on somebody else's boat.
Yep. You get to be me today.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean you're going to have to rub his back like you make me do?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hey,
there's
JG Hill said Muskrat going live today. J-Dog in the boat. I doubt it.
We're not going to let him live. Looks a hammock is live.
He's going fishing too. He said if we go live, he wants to go on with us.
No, he's not on our level.
Way higher, huh?
He's doing the minor league.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to this rain? Why did this rain doing down here?
I don't know.
I watched on the news. They said it's like it was stuck, like it ain't moving or something for some reason.
Yeah, it wasn't raining in my house.
It wasn't raining on mine, but the closer I get, the more it's raining.
Yeah.
Morning, regulators.
If it keep raining any harder, I might accidentally get a flat tire. I have to go home.
Yeah,
I got
John, but she
Morning, Aaron.
also gets to cook and clean and stuff for you, so it's a fair trade-off. Somebody got to cook all them fish you're catching.
JG Hill. Morning, Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
That's neat.
Regulators, mount up.
I didn't even get a call and say, thank you, J-Dog, for being such a great person and helping me up my fishing game by selling me your boat.
Man, there ain't nobody has any loyalty or compassion these days. I think
Yeah.
J-Dog.
It should have called me up and said, look, J-Dog, I appreciate it. Before your boat, I couldn't even outfish Kelly Bullock, but now I can beat anybody.
Hey, I seen Kelly last night. He was in.
Kelly Bullock.
He came into something last night. What was it? Somebody's live. Was it the bait shop?
JG said, Aaron, the warranty is over.
If you watch my short with him leaving with that boat, that was his warranty. When Charlie was gone, the warranty was gone.
Yep. The minute it hit the road or the pavement off my property, it's not mine anymore.
That's a fact, because I don't know how somebody treats their stuff when they get home with it.
That's right.
Yeah. You're still trying to wash the catfish slime out of it. Just praying it's slime.
You're hoping that slime stains.
Well, I have had Buggy, Eric, and Curtis on there at the same time, so it's hard telling.
Boy, it is.
Yeah, when that rod goes down, it can make a mess.
I'm not touching it.
I hope you got an extra 100 out of it because Curtis fished out of it.
I bet it's going to be cloudy and yucky today.
50 degrees and raining ain't fun.
No.
Yeah, no kidding.
You got a bimini top?
Yeah.
It don't help it when you got 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing it in the side.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
8. That's better than 12.
Yeah. Bimini top's only good if the sun's straight over top of you.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. Yep.
No wind.
Yep. Otherwise, they're pretty much useless, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Luckily, when Rustic was fishing on the boat with me and it was raining, he blocked half the earth, so I didn't get wet.
Yeah. Stand right there. Don't move.
Yeah, every time I got a bite, I had to walk a city block around him to get to it, but at least I didn't get wet.
Yeah. We sat there talking. They said, boy, it's cloudy. It's nice out here today. And it ain't that hot about that time the clouds disappeared. And he said, you had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, because it can get sticky hot down there in the licking, setting down in that valley. You know what I mean?
But did he break your phone?
Unless that breeze is going up and down the river, you're in trouble.
Glad Roger. There was no breeze.
Unless you got an O2 cool fan like I got, and then you'll be all right. I got 2 of them now.
Eric, you saying something?
No, I just said that I was thinking to myself, if you catch a fish with a trump hat, that's a sweet fish.
You come up with that all by yourself?
He did.
He did.
He worked all night, guys. Give a break.
I hope I go down here and catch a Trump hat. How sweet would that be?
Boy.
Yep, that big old 80-pound flathead down there. Got him a
10% chance of rain.
Uncle Lou brought in the phone.
Well, that's a good get 10% because it's raining.
10% of Ohio, and it's all going to be Cincinnati, apparently.
Yeah.
All the rain that moved through here is going that way.
Yeah, John, I've been in Florida where it was raining on one side of the road and not raining on the other.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdest state in the world, stuff like that.
10% chance of rain don't mean you only have 10% that is going to rain. That means only 10% of the surrounding area is going to see rain.
It's the same thing.
No, not really.
Don't start with mathematics this early. I have my calculators in the other room. I ain't gonna be able to figure
10% means 10% of everybody will get to rain. It means only 10% of everybody will get to rain.
And
That still
90%
means
won't.
that you don't.
Yeah.
It's the
You
same.
guys are looking at the glass half empty. I'm looking at the glass half full. If there's a 40% chance of rain, I see it as a 60% chance it won't rain. That's just me.
How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
Pretty good, actually. I'm an optimist.
Eric, you work at the warehouse
I've got
today?
rain gear.
I did too. I just forgot it because I didn't think it was going to rain.
Yeah, I don't know what I got. I don't think I got any yet. I might have an extra poncho or something in there. I keep a couple things stashed here and there on the boat. I'd have to look.
Man,
I've got a
that
couple.
rain goes, that's J-Dog. That rain comes down and goes around him.
Yeah, that's right. He's God. It don't touch him.
Yeah, I think Eric's working in the warehouse today.
Are you, Eric? You in the warehouse?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I'm in the
man,
warehouse.
I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, it stopped raining.
Why?
Well, there went your 10%. Now you can go
Yeah.
fishing.
It's not raining and it's not snowing.
I like it better when you're driving, man.
I love it when it's snowing and I'm fishing. It's awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Now, I've never done that.
I've had some of my best fishing trips in the nastiest weather you could think of.
Yep.
Yep.
That one day we caught 38 blue cats in one day, and it started out drizzling rain, then it switched to sleet, then it went to snow, then it went back to ice. It was terrible, but the fish were just hammering everywhere we went. The fish were just on it. And I was like, heck yeah!
I remember that day.
There's a video on my channel called Pure Pandemonium, and that's the video.
Is it? I'll have to check it out. I've never fished in snow. Now you mentioned I'd like to do that. That'd be cool.
I think that was like the day before, day after. Day before, or day after you kicked the crap out of me.
John
Out of you.
Roger has a Hello Kitty umbrella you can use, J-Dog.
I'm fine with that.
Who you fishing with Sunday, Roger?
I think just me and Jackie is going to Hoover. That's the plan so far. But with the kids being sick today and her dad they're going into his heart today, I don't know what we're doing, to be honest.
I know the north end's supposed to be pretty shallow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can launch at Oxbow. We probably have to put it in a Red Bank.
You might have to put in at Red Bank.
I think he was trying to hint that he wants to go with you Sunday. Or going with that.
Last report, it was 11 feet low from normal pool.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I know they're catching some good fish up there. Oh, Amanda put another 62, 63 pound flathead in the boat last week.
Yep.
I don't know what the water temperature is. I thought it was colder.
My river, 62.
Yeah, it's about what we got, 63.
The Licken's probably going to be 65, 64.
Yeah.
Of course, with this rain, it just should be running down it. I don't know.
Have some flow on the Licking.
Hell, the last rain we got, not a drop made it to the river, and the ground soaked it up like a freaking sponge.
I know mine got water. My creek is raging.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
We should have fished out in front of my creeks. We've done good today.
Yeah.
I told Tara, I said, man, we should be fishing in front of the creek mouth tomorrow with the river running like that. No sooner than I said that, you called me.
Morning, Nubby. I was 15 on the casting deck. Ooh, that's hot.
How far away are you, Roger?
Oh, he's right down at the station, just not too far from your house there. That one that's over there. You know the one.
About 12 minutes.
I'm about 3 minutes, so that's good. See, Buggy, that's how you get there on time.
I'm always
See,
on time. I'm always
now
on
see-
time. My time.
Now see, I'm not going to cry because Roger put the boat in before I got there because I'm smart enough to drive down the boat ramp and set my stuff on the ramp and then put my car up.
Well, yeah, it'd been nice to know somebody had informed me of that sometime. I would know that.
Instead of parking in the parking lot and have to carry everything down the boat ramp.
Well, ain't nobody ever told me about that. I'm a rookie. You got to remember that. You guys are supposed to teach me when we go.
I'm going to tell you like I tell my kids, Bug. Common sense takes you a long way.
Yes, it does. That's why I'm never late, because I'm always running on my time.
You're always late when you come down here.
No, late on your time. I'm on time on my time. My time is I have nowhere to be in the rest of my life to get there. So
Yeah, all you got to do is drive down the boat ramp, get out of your car, set your stuff down on the ramp, and drive back up the boat ramp.
Never even thought of it. I will from now on, but I never thought of it before. Hey,
If I
Chris,
wait for you, then I'm sitting in the parking lot.
Yeah,
You got to
Bug-
put your stuff in there, and then that's
Buggy.
20 minutes later.
Yep. Hey,
That's
Chris, you're
common
not
courtesy, you know. You're going fishing with somebody, let you load your stuff.
Yeah, I kind of
But
thought so too.
If I sit in the parking lot, wait on him, he's like 20, 30 minutes late every time.
No,
Then I got to wait for him to put the stuff in the boat,
Now
and
wait,
then I have to launch.
I was live the last time I came down there. We can go back and review it and see what kind of time I was running. I don't think I was a half hour late.
You were 20 minutes late that day because I was hollering at you to hurry up. We got to fish.
I
And it took you 15
I
minutes
would have
after
been
you
had I not
after
stopped at the
you
gas
live to
station.
get there.
I put
Yeah.
them on the
You took
charger.
15 minutes. You took 15 minutes to make it 100 foot.
Well, yeah, I don't get in a hurry. You know, I might sprain something.
You turned off the live, and it still took 15 minutes to get your stuff and walk down the boat ramp. Now, see, if I had to wait for all that, that's an extra 30, 40 minutes of
Okay,
fishing
now-
we would have lost.
Now, my question is, what are you in such a hurry for? All
Because-
you're gonna do is hurry and hurry, and then next thing you know, your life's passed you by, and you're like, damn, I hurried all the way through it.
Because the fish bite all the way till noon, and then after noon, we're just sitting there
The sooner
doing.
you can get the bait.
Well, I can't help it. You got union fish there. That's not my problem.
Yeah, my fish go on break at noon.
Yeah. Hey, Hooks, it didn't come through, brother. I'm sorry. What's wrong with StreamYard? I didn't do nothing with it. It works for me.
It's probably just the area he's in or something.
Yeah, he's down to Tanner's, and it's sketchy on
Yep.
service sometimes.
Indiana
Indiana
Wi-Fi.
Are you kidding me? I watched a good freaking local people made a small documentary yesterday. I think it was. I seen it about down there and how they're still trying to have to help people and try and rescue people and get people help. And you know they aren't going to do nothing now because they lost the election, so they're not even going to care. God, that pisses me off. StreamYard.
It's funny.
Now, I don't
Even
understand, you guys. When I went to cancel mine, a window popped up and asked me why I was canceling it, and I said the price is too high. They had one of the check boxes. Another window popped up and said, "Would you be happy with $24 a month for 6 months or whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." The key to that is you set an alarm on your phone for the day before the 6 months are over, and you go in and cancel it, or you just change the credit card to one that doesn't really work anymore. But yeah, I paid $24 a month. I'm not real good with change. It took me long enough to figure out how to use this darn thing. And still, the only thing I know how to do is to bring people up and down and start and stop it. Is about all I know how to do.
listen, I just left the house.
I just left the house 6:45. That puts you on the water about 8 o'clock there, give or take a little. Is it getting daylight? Nope, not here.
I know, Chris. Sometimes I have to go on my Wi-Fi here at the house, and then just for about a couple minutes, and then boom, switch it over to 4G, or I can't pick it up for a little bit.
Now, JG Hill, had you guys went down south of the border and requested that money, they'd had it to you yesterday. Yeah, as soon as you cross the border, we'll give it to you. Or if your name was Zelensky and you were from over in Europe. Fishing from lunch till dark. Yeah, that's right. It's only going to be 80 there today, isn't it? Y'all probably wouldn't go out this morning. It's too cold. What my temperature is today? 48. And I may try and go. Would in the daytime, if the sun's out, would the fish go up into the shallows at this time of year? Bueller. Seems like
Uh, it depends if the shallows warm up pretty quick and they get up in there feeding. But if the shad's up in the shallows,
well, this is a reservoir, so there ain't no shad or nothing. Well, yeah, there is shad there actually, but I'm thinking, carp and catfish. Good morning, Mikey. Good to see you, buddy. What I'm thinking is there's a place I can get to at the reservoir by my house that I go fishing at for carp, and it's a big bay area, not a big one, but big for this lake anyway. And the whole thing's shallow. The whole thing's no deeper than probably 4 feet deep. And I wondered if I was to go fishing, if I should fish there in the daytime if the sun's out, because maybe the fish will come into the shallows. I don't know.
if the bait fish are there, yeah, they'll go up in there.
I guess I can just go over and sit there and see, I reckon.
About the only time they won't go in the shallows is when the shallows heat up real hot.
Yeah.
And the shallows are more than the deep water. So,
And
4 feet, I don't think is going to make a difference.
I'm pretty sure all the boats are out of the reservoir now, too, because they got piers all the way around this darn reservoir. It's crazy.
I've been sitting here talking to you guys the whole time, not knowing that you couldn't hear me.
I always wondered what happened to you.
Hey, JG
Well,
Hill,
I've been trying. If I make my map full screen GPS, then it turns my microphone off.
JG Hill, I've been trying for 2 months almost solid to get my dad Medicaid for the nursing home. So I feel you, dude. The government is just horrible. In fact, I was there yesterday. I had to write a page explaining to them about the transfer of the 2 motorcycles from my dad's name to my name. And I'm like, really? Seriously? So I had to write a thing and say, yeah, I'm his son. He gave me the motorcycle because we passed him down from father to son and blah, blah, blah. And then go over and have him send it to him. Yeah, so I can just imagine what you're going through dealing with the federal people.
I was taking notes that whole time J Dog was talking about your arrival time.
Like I
Which,
said,
by the way, if you're wanting to go fishing before it gets cold, you better hurry up.
yeah, we may have to go when it's cold. Then we'll see. I can't get away right now. I ain't got the money.
Yeah, I got big propane heaters for the boat.
Yep, I'm trying to get back to work. That's hence the computer. Had that computer worked out, I would have been probably going back to work this week.
What Palmetto Cats? Morning, Kevin.
Yeah, I seen that,
Okay.
Kevin, and that's good because he's made a lifetime of fighting stuff like that, so he knows the ins and outs of it. That's why most of his family doesn't like him, because he stands against a lot of the stuff the Democrats are for, and he's against it, like mandate vaccines and stuff like that, because he has the numbers. Damn, you going fast, Eric. I'm scared for you.
Yeah, Trump announced that, Kevin, tonight. He won. That he
Yep.
was putting him in that.
I'll tell you what, he's got some firecrackers in his administration. Now, Tulsi Gabbard, she ain't no slack. She's smart. She's in the military. She's actually pretty gnarly. And then Matt Gaetz is the attorney general. That's just flat out hilarious. If you ever watch any of the hearings on C-SPAN, you would understand why, because he's a pistol, man.
That's what we need. We need some folks that's got some guts.
And then he got Elon and the one guy, I can't say his name. He's got them in charge of almost like auditing, and they're going to start trimming fat in every department. And I heard they were talking about it. They said, the reason the government never makes change is because it would put people out of work. And he said, that's just how it's going to have to be. There's going to be some growing pains. Y'all didn't mind putting all the factories out of work, did you? So now it's kind of come full circle. We're going to trim that fat y'all have made.
You want out?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not getting anything for you to eat right now. I'm going to let that.
Uncle Lou said fake news.
All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to pull in here. We'll hop off here. We'll see if J Puppy wants to go live. If not, you guys have a fantastic day. Have a great weekend.
All right. If you go live, type in the chat you're going to go live, and we'll all come over there.
All right. Sounds good.
Be safe.
Fake news.
All right, guys, thank you.
But y'all get TV in Iowa, do you? I didn't know that. How would you know the news? The paper ain't printed yet. You'll get that tomorrow. Yeah, the border's going to get closed up. That's the best thing. And then deportation. And if I'm him, I start with the MS-13 gangs and round all of them up I can find that's in the cities wreaking havoc and get them on the first plane out. Yeah, that guy he put in charge of the border, he don't play around. He dogged AOC in that hearing. It's hilarious. He quoted off the law number or whatever. Well, according to A364-7 or whatever, they're breaking the law coming here. Yeah, borders are. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, he is a bulldog, man. He ain't scared of them, and he don't care. He's one.
As you said, what about the kids that's born here? They're American citizens. He goes, well, we're not going to separate them. We're going to send them with them.
Exactly. Yep. It's going to be, maybe there'll be a little common sense injected into DC for a while. And technically, what he starts now could go this 4 years, then 8 with his VP becoming the next president. So that's 12 years that administration could work on this country. It'd make a lot of change in 12 years.
Where'd Roger go?
He's at the boat ramp.
I'm about to pull in.
He's sitting there. He's waiting on J-Dog. Got to pull up the parking lot, unload all the stuff, carry it down there.
Glenn Beck was talking about the founder of this country. Those guys were in their 20s when they done that. Think about that. For one, they were really smart for being so young, but yeah, you're right, Kevin. But I don't see that happening. I don't see the Dems coming back in the first couple years. I don't know how they would. They've got even the people that are diehard Democrats are just disgusted with where they went.
All right, I'm gonna hop off here because I'm about to pull in.
Y'all be safe out there.
All right, I'll see you ladies later.
All right, be careful, man. All these orange groves and crops down here, I'm sure our population's getting ready to go down. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Well, then maybe the legal immigrants will be able to get in and get some work. Now, I got no problem with people come here and want to work. It's the ones that come here and want to sell dope and run the streets, break the law.
Man, I was down in Florida. I was picking oranges, and them Haitians out there. Man, them some orange picking fools, boy. They could pick a tree clean in a heartbeat.
I'll bet. Yeah. They used to have people come in and detassel corn here. I haven't seen it done in a while. But
Morning Curse
years
2.0.
ago, they'd come in and there'd be a busload of people. And, they'd set up porta johns and stuff out between the two cornfields, and off they'd go, pulling tassels, detasseling the corn by hand.
I ain't getting no ice. It's not supposed to right here for the next 3 days. The election was underachieving areas. That's everywhere.
Well, if you break it down county by county, the GOP pretty much won the entire nation besides the big cities with big populations. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the porta johns neither, but I don't know, man. Years ago, we used to go dirt bike racing. They had freaking outhouses, pit toilets. So we were kind of stoked when the porta johns came along. The key is don't go in one that's in the sun in the afternoon time.
What's bad is when you open the door and the people don't want to sit on it, so they just hover above it and they crap everywhere.
Yeah. Humans are gross people anyway.
I've heard every porta john joke there is.
Oh yeah, sure they did. That's what I mean. He almost swept the entire country. If you've seen that map on the news report where they have just all the counties in red, the whole country's red besides a few of the, other counties in the big cities and stuff. It was amazing to look at, actually. And now at least, well, I don't know, with Mitch McConnell there, he already tried to, get a Speaker of the House, behind his back in a secret vote type thing. And, maybe there's some rhinos still in the Senate and Congress that want to, try to stop anything he wants to get passed. And if I'm the Republicans, when they vote no on something that needs to be passed, I blare it everywhere. I put it on every news I can get it on and get them out. I can't believe Mitch McConnell's still there. Hell, he had a stroke standing there at the podium a couple years ago.
You talking about Illinois, Tim?
Stood there and went blank and just stood there until someone come up and had to move him. And he's still governing the state of Kentucky. He's still representing the state of Kentucky. Yeah, no doubt, dog. Illinois. Yeah, what a shithole. And it's mainly Chicago causes it to go blue and some of the burbs around there.
Illinois is a pretty good state. It's a beautiful state. It's just
Yeah,
ran by people.
government-wise, government and law-wise, it sucks.
That's true, Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Was the
Yep, and
downloads
so do the
working
football
against?
teams, Buggy.
Huh?
And so do this Illinois football teams. They suck too.
I ain't getting into that one.
Huh.
Like when I fall asleep during a live. You guys should be glad I fall asleep during a live. But yeah, Kevin, that's what I was talking about too, was the McConnell already started to try and be, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, to kind of have a revolt against him in the Congress or the Senate. Yeah, let's pass the guys that don't like him. That way his bills won't get to the floor for the votes. Yeah, no doubt, Curtis. Is it getting daylight out? Nope, not really. It's still dark here, even though your camera probably makes it look a little brighter than it really is.
Street lights are still on, so it ain't that bright.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Hey, Benoit, ladies, good to see you guys.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning, Allison and Gabby.
Family portrait for the map, yeah. In fact, that's a good idea. I may have to get a print of that blown up and put in a frame for prosperity.
Good morning, Curtis. That is my brother Curtis.
Mm-hmm. So J-Dog and him's at the boat ramp right now. It's still dark. Yeah, I'll pass.
Oh no, that's why I'm glad they turned the cameras off. They're probably hugging and they ain't seen each other in a long time, in a while. I missed you, J-Dog. I missed you, Roger.
And I don't think I was late getting down. I might have been a little late. I'll have to look. I'm going to go back and look at the video and see.
Hey, Alex, all I can say is I was there before him, so he ain't got no room to talk about.
I was the
loading his
first
stuff,
time.
loading his stuff in the boat. And I hope Roger told him don't be wearing no pontoon Jody shirt. We want to catch fish.
Oh, shoot, I missed what I was looking for. There it is right there. And turn that down.
Old videos, Curtis. Old videos. He ain't gonna play with them. He's gonna get rid of them.
Oh yeah, Curtis, that's an old video from C-SPAN. I actually watched that live, and yeah, he's a no nonsense dude, man. He doesn't put up with the fantasy world that they try to create in DC.
Socialism.
I'd wear a pontoon Jody shirt if I had one. I'd wear it proudly.
Then you never catch fish. Yeah, no, Roger. He won't take you to none of his and Zach's honey holes. He'll take you to our buddy Mark's honey holes. Catch blue catfish there. Them wild ladies.
Morning, Leroy. Dog, I had one, but had a poop and was on a boat. So guess what I used? Let me guess. Was it a black shirt with a neon green lettering?
I cut
Morning,
the bottom of my
Leroy.
shirt off one time in the Army. I cut the bottom of my T-shirt off out in the field, run out of toilet paper. Yeah, I have to look that one up, Curtis. I just remember him, AOC questioning him, and him having AOC so flustered she didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, like I try to explain to some people, watch Trump back when the 80s when he was on Oprah and a few of the other shows.
Yeah, Curtis.
Says the same crap he said back then that he does today. So he ain't changed like
No.
The demos.
Yeah, they've even asked him back in if he was ever going to run for president. He said nope. At that time, he wasn't going to run for president.
Yeah, Curtis, some of those people who load videos up and make them look like they were new from yesterday or whatever. And then you come to find out, well, hell, that hearing was a year ago or something. Only from woman anglers. Oh.
Has anybody ever been out wearing a pontoon Jody shirt and people walk up to him and say, "Hey, Jody"?
Well, it's going to be a gray, yucky day, so that sucks. I really need to clean the house anyway, so that'd make a good day to do it.
This is how Rusty and I's funny mistaken Jody. Morning, Terry B.
Morning, Terry. How are you, buddy?
Morning, Terry B. You going fishing today, Leroy?
Yeah, exactly. The unbalanced trade. And it's like that with almost all of our trade partners. They're all unbalanced like that. And Japan was smart enough. They started building factories here, and they just shipping their parts over here and having them assembled. Because then they don't have to ship the big tankers full of cars. That way, all they do is ship parts in them big container ships.
Well, maybe they'll build back Detroit since they have to build cars here instead of paying them large tariffs. They're going to have to.
Yep.
Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll start opening up some of the old steel plants in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
More 205.
Wild action, as Eric would say.
Now you got to do it with a little twang. You go 205 wild action.
Okay, that was it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm thanking God it's Friday. I mean, Rustic made me thinking it was Saturday.
No, it's Thursday. What are y'all talking about?
Now, don't do that. You'll have me all messed up. I'll be thinking it's Thursday, man. Come on. That's stuck in my subconscious. And I'll be, no, it ain't Friday. It's Thursday. What are you talking? Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, 205 says, yeah,
Buggy
put a little twang in there.
Buggy get up and not miss college game day. He'd probably be upset.
Yeah, I would.
I'm Chinese. I make joke. I go pee pee in your Coke.
And we're back to third grade.
Yeah, Tom McDonald's supposed to be releasing a new song today. Buggy.
Yep, every Friday. Yep. Look for the live about noon or so preview or whatever they call
it. Yeah.
Who's that woman he's been singing with?
That's his girlfriend. They're not married.
His girlfriend, yeah. He proposed to her though. But no, he proposed to her a while back.
She's got a pretty voice.
They've been together for a long time, so they might as well be married.
Yep, she's from Jamaica and he's from Canada.
She can sing.
She also can produce and make videos.
Yeah, I was going to say she's real talented in the other aspect too, of making videos and editing and producing. Yep.
And another thing I couldn't believe is, can you believe how much they were paying Beyonce and Eminem and all these other ones to promote them?
Yeah,
promote Kamala. I'm like,
yeah, I heard that. I heard that yesterday. I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that's been out for a week that she's paid all them. That's why she's $20 million in debt to these people. She spent that $1 billion, and they was all wondering where that billion went to. Well, she gave it to all these already rich people. Like it finally came out when she paid Oprah that $1 million, and Oprah made a statement saying, "I've not received no money off that, but we had to pay our people behind the scenes." Yeah, you paid them probably $100,000, and you kept the rest of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tom McDonald ain't for you. I happen to like a lot of his stuff. Not so much the rap part of it, but the lyrics themselves I like.
I believe mine's favorite one's Snowflake.
Now, I think the biggest part, John, is he's from Canada, and he's more patriotic than most of the young people his age that are American nowadays.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a sad state of this country.
Everything he does when he puts out a new video of a new song or something like that, it's something that's happened that he's exposing it. It's bullcrap.
And then he
Morning, Dave.
Morning, Double Hook, Dave.
Yeah, that's right, Curtis. She got on there. She got went 20 million and passed what she's supposed to done, and she can't come up with that money. And she started asking Democrats and her donors for money, and they all told her to go to Haiti.
Well, yeah, because she ain't gonna be able to do nothing for him now. Like when Hillary Clinton was running for president, and they all thought she had that in the bag. I just wonder how much money she had to pay back to people that she had made promises of. That when I get elected, I'll make you chief of whatever, or I'll get you a bill passed. She made all them she made a bunch of promises she ended up not being able to keep. I just wonder if they called her debts in.
Well, she makes a bunch of money with that illegal gun running she does. Her Biden.
No, she makes all her money from the Clinton Foundation. You look it up, man. It's money laundering 101.
Kamala Harris said that they asked her. She said, and a question. She said, I don't know where that money went to. This is all a surprise to me. I didn't handle it. Like, you're the big dog. You're supposed to know where your money going.
I was going to say, when your name's at the bottom of the page, you're the one responsible. You probably should keep an eye on that. Because when it comes time to go to jail, them other people ain't going to jail. You are.
She says she's going to run in 4 years again.
Where's she going to get the money? The Democrat Party ain't going to give her none.
Yeah.
Running 4 years again.
Then you got Pelosi's old eyebrow butt up there saying that they're going to bring back that inquiry on January 6th against Trump again.
Yeah, whatever. They ain't going to do nothing. They can't do nothing. They ain't got the votes to do anything now. I just hope Pelosi's dead before the next presidential election. And I mean that.
By the U.S. government, he was acquitted of all that stuff.
Well, that's what I said.
Pelosi should be in jail.
Rankin or whatever the guy's name is, Rafkin or something. He's talking about after he's sworn in, he's talking about bringing up the 14th Amendment and saying that because he was part of an insurrection, he's not allowed to be president and they're going to throw him out. Well, the fact of the matter is, in a court of law, you've got to prove that he was part of a insurrection, and the fact of the matter is, he's never been charged with it. So how on earth can you bring that 14th Amendment against something that he's never been charged for? You can make it
like I said, 2 different occasions, once in the government, once in the courts, he was found innocent of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They can say all they want about him being the leader of an insurrection, whatever, but he wasn't, or else if they thought they could prove he was part of the insurrection, they would have had that court trial years ago, trying to get him arrested before he ever ran. And as long as they got the tape where he says, and peaceful protesting or whatever, he's in the clear. Hell, Pelosi's more responsible for that than anyone.
Yep, because he called her 3 times asking for the National Guard to be there. Nope, she refused it.
Yeah, well, I seen the hearing the other day with the Capitol Hill police chief guy. And I seen him on Tucker. I think it was either Tucker or what? But anyway, he said every time he tried to call her during when that was all starting to kick off to get reinforcements, she wouldn't take his call. And she got up there and she was testifying and said that she had never talked to him or that he hadn't called her. And he comes up and testifies, looking right at her, and tells him, "Oh yeah, I called her 3 times," and she would not take the call. So her and the FBI are as much to do with that than anybody.
Oh look, he's going in for some breakfast.
She's going to try to be the Supreme Court justice or governor of California. Yeah, I could see that. She's screwed her way to power there already.
There's a lady, Supreme Court justice. They said she's 70 years old. She's a diabetic, and she's wanting her removed and want her to take her spot. And they said that woman said, "I ain't going nowhere." So there ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh my God, I dreamed I had a massive takedown over and over and over again, but I could find Molly rods to reel them in, and I would wake up and I dreamed I was casino on 10K. I woke up screaming, yes. Dang, Jody, the nightmares are getting bad, ain't
they? I hate sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Curtis. Go back to California and stay there. We don't want you anyway.
Well, think about it. if she's trying to run for governor of California, that means Gavin Newsom's thinking about running for president in 4
Oh
years.
yeah, he's next in line for the Democrats. I mean, that's a given. And he is the epitome of a snake politician. He has the looks of a snake politician even. Yeah, he's
Look at all
horrible.
the stuff he's carrying.
Yeah, that's just his
He's
breakfast.
a weasel. He's a weasel.
Yeah, he's worse than that. He's a scumbag, man. Mm.
Oh, they had peanut butter cookies in there, Rustic.
What's all that stuff you carried out? You carried an armload of stuff.
Cigarettes and peanut butter cookies.
Ooh.
6-pack for $3.
Heck, at that price, I'd have to get two.
Well, as my doctor says, moderation. Buggy, moderation.
Coffee already time to chug. That's right. I'm chugging mine now. Wonder what Mark's at. I ain't seen him this morning.
He's probably sleeping in there, probably not to eat the crap he's doing, bro.
He's probably getting rain. He said, ain't no reason to get out of the house.
Yeah, he's probably dreaming about ducks.
What they ought to do is tell all these illegal immigrants over here, said, y'all go move to California. Governor Newsom will give y'all all kinds of stuff. But you got to live in California. And they all flood California, and California goes bankrupt.
Well, that's what people don't understand is they want the whole country to be like California. You know how expensive it is to live out there? You got to be crazy.
The dog said peanut butter cookies. Yeah.
And then it was funny, you look at the map, and California is mainly red now. Because people are getting sick and tired of all the mandates and prices of everything.
Everybody said, how does Pelosi keep on winning? Because nobody runs against her. She said if Joe Biden wins, they said she will retire. Well, she didn't retire. Because she said if Trump wins, I'm staying in. If Biden wins, I'm retired. And she didn't retire.
Well, that's like the bridge package, to replace and fix all the bridges in the United States. That was on her desk. She didn't, she retweaked it when Biden got in office and fixed it for him to get in there.
Yeah,
Well, I don't understand how that woman should be in jail. She should really be in jail. Insider trading and everything else. That's how she's got all that money she's worth.
Oh, poor Joe.
I was watching an interview with Trump. What most people don't understand is the president gets paid to be president, right? Trump didn't get paid. Trump donated his to some charity or some crap. He didn't take a presidential pay.
Yeah, every time he
he's
got
the
paid,
only president that's ever done that. Ever.
Kennedy.
Reagan, Kennedy, they took their pay.
John F. Kennedy, he took $1. He didn't take pay. He had to take $1. And Trump had to do the same thing. He had to take $1, and the rest of it, every time he got paid, he sent it to a different charity. Because they asked Joe Biden if he was going to do that, and he just looked at him, grinned, and started smiling and laughing. Like, yeah, I'll keep mine.
Morning, Ernesto.
Hooray! Wonder where Rhonda went to. She was in here earlier. But she went back to bed. Bugman said, "Be right back."
Oh, he had to run. I
Joey
don't know
said,
why he don't do that before he goes to bed. Run down to the gas station, get his Red Bull.
"Yeah." Jody said, "If I can't find a prop to buy today, I won't have a show." Did you ruin another prop? Joe said, "I'll keep
Note,
mine." Yours
note to
is.
self: do not let Jody ever drive your boat.
She said, "Yes." Oh, gonna start calling her Pontoon Jody the prop killer. She might be able to catch him fish, but she destroys them props. Got to get to where the fish are, don't you, Jody? So that fish is over there. I know there's some rocks there, but I got to get over. And she said, "Those dang shallow spots." Just jumped out in front of me, didn't it, Jody? Come out of nowhere. So I was just here 3 days ago. Shallow spots over there, so I'm gonna go through here. What was that? Man, that shallow spot jumped out in front of us. Yes, today I'm going to try and load some logs if I don't sink in the mud. She goes, "It did." Oh, now was that the boat, Jody, or the pontoon? Probably the boat. The boat. Well, you should stay with your pontoon, but you are learning that boat though. I just can't wait for the river to get back down so I can get back over the spot I've been fishing. And I know there's some massive fish in there, and it's just a matter of time. I'm gonna pull one out of there. Then it started running bad, and when I pulled in the dock, it died and wouldn't start back. Oh my goodness! Well, I don't know what to tell you on that. Must have hit hard enough and done something up in there. Ernie said it's raining there. Propane tanks there. That reminds me, I got to go change mine out. I ran out of gas and didn't know it. That's why I'm running bad. They wouldn't start back. Uh, that happens. To a bus, they got no gas in it. Oh my goodness. So what that Ranger was, I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't start, and then the starter all of a sudden decided it was gonna go out. I got it fixed, got it put back on, and then I was sitting there thinking, I wonder why this thing died like it did. I reached down there and that big old aluminum tank in the back of that Ranger, I went to hit the side of it, and I moved it. I said, no wonder it's out of gas. That Ranger drinks the gas, boy. But I did go about 12 miles down river. I almost made it back up river to the boat ramp. I hand loaded it, but I had a gallon of gas I could have put in it if I had just enough thought to check it. Yeah, I don't know why they don't make it things that's got fuel gauge up there when you drive. You can look. Some kind of electronic one put in there into the little tank. The one I bought for the boat that I sold, it had a fuel gauge on it, and you could see exactly where that gas that was in. That was pretty cool. Jimmy Geiger, good morning. Good morning. Bugman went run uptown right quick. He'd be right back, and Eric just pulled into work. He's gonna be working the warehouse today. He's trying to learn all he can. But what's going on in there?
Well, right now I'm eating a cookie. I ain't going in there right now.
Let me ask y'all something. When you're running these little spook things right here, how far back here do you run your hook? Here's this one right here. It's like right there. I see people run them like that. See, I run it through the front, come through
Normally,
here, run to the back. They come through the center, and I looped it twice and went to the front so it wouldn't move. But I got the hooks like right there. See that, Eric?
yeah, I see it. I normally give it at least 3 inches. That way that when he goes to hit the bait, he's not hitting the back of the spook. But that's just me. Ask Lou. Lou would probably be the better one to tell you. He is a professional fisherman, even though he don't fish.
You run yours. That's the only one JG said he runs his about 6 inches. And I'm like, wow, I've always heard 4 inch, or like he said, 3 inches, but never
3 to
said.
4 inches. 6 is too far. Then you got a chance of it hanging down and catching a snag on a tree or something.
Well, that little spook right there is not going to hold up a big chunk of bluegill anyway, so I don't think it will. I'll find out.
You got a fish tank, don't you? Oh, you got a swimming pool out there.
Yep. Main thing is the fish doesn't get. So I got it a little too close, and I need to move it up a couple inches. Okay. I normally don't use them. Every now and then I do. And all I've ever caught with it was a channel cat, a couple channel cats. But
Ever since I started using them, the get less turtle bites.
Uncle Lou said, colder, closer, warmer, further has always been my experience.
See, he's a smart man, even though he don't fish.
Bugman saying, okay, let's welcome our next guest. I don't know. I figured I'd ask y'all because everybody tries to do it differently, and I just want to know what the average is. Like I said, I normally don't use them. This is one of Brad Caudell's, and it was a different color, and I painted it black like it's Black Betty's. You don't have a very loud rabbit. Besides, if that water ain't doing that right there, it ain't gonna rattle anyway. Just sit here. I'm moving it like if there's water like that. I don't even hear the balls moving. I do it like that, I can hear it moving, but I don't see the water doing that right there with it. So just tied it in, and it's about 6 inches. I've done that, but I was afraid a big fish would pull that out of there unless that wire goes from one end to the other. I like black and red for those, just a confidence thing. Yep. I know I had a crankbait one time, and I painted it black because I couldn't find one like it. and they was hitting black with a red streak on the belly. So I had one that it was that I painted black. I didn't have no red put on. I was cranking, and I caught a couple. I small one. That wasn't nothing to brag about. Just little bitty ones, bass. And when I got back to the camper that evening, my daughter was there. She broke out. She was younger. She broke out her red fingernail polish. So I put a red streak down and let it dry. Went out the next day and I tore the bass up with that thing.
I like mine silver.
I did like this. Here, rattle, 15 foot underwater dragon. Oh yeah, them demon dragons now they're loud. They got a thinner shell than what this has got, and they're loud. Yeah, black's most natural color. Don't cast a big shadow. Yep. Those black peg floats are expensive. That's why you buy the floats. If you want to change the color to black, you get you a Sharpie. You go over it to make your own. Like this one right here. I got this here's black, and went over it with a Sharpie and got it all blacked out. But I let the eyes. I
complaining
didn't
about my
cover the
flag.
eyes. I let the eyes open on it. I do question hooks and demon dragons and the pounder. I
All right, then.
don't know if you get passing by here, Roger. I'll hook up.
Buggy,
Yep.
did Kamala come out all right?
Yep.
Roger's out on the water, bud. You can have a $10 rig pretty quick. Start losing those hurting feelings. Yeah, that's why I don't believe in all that. I call that pole candy is what I call it. You put that on there, then you put all them spinners on there, stuff like that. And I'm sitting here watching them anchor down in a lake, put all that stuff on there, throw it out there. You know it's just sitting there. It ain't hurting.
Yep.
I'll put that on there.
Yep. I was going to say that if you're in a lake, there's no reason.
Yeah, the
like
best to put the demon dragon on there, at least to keep it off the bottom so you don't get a turtle eating on it.
Yeah. Yep. That would be good for that. And that's why the floats, that's why a lot of people use the peg floats, because it don't need to rattle. It just needs to hold it up a little bit. But because this water's doing this and it's making it move like that in good current, it's that rattle's not rattling. It has to go like this, jerk it back and forth to get it to rattle. Now, if you're in turbulent water and it's going side to side, that's a different story. I mean, if you're the fish, could you hit that? No, you ain't gonna hit that.
I need to look and see if there's any hotels down there by Leroy. Maybe next year, me, Buggy, and Curtis can go fish with Leroy. Drag the pontoon boat down there.
Yeah, that'd work.
I don't have any demon dragons, so but I know a lot of people use them.
There you go, JG. I'm with you, brother. For thousands of years, people been catching fish on hooks, and they didn't have a whole bunch of fancy stuff, but they still ate.
Yep. I mean, hey, if that's what makes you have confidence in your fishing abilities, that little piece of thing or whatever, little rattle spinny thing, hey, put it on there. If that's what you want, that's for your confidence, and you think that's good for you, go ahead. I just know I'm not forking out a bunch of money for that stuff, knowing that it's useless.
Well, every time if I tied one up, it seemed to me every time I did, I ended up getting snagged and having to break the line off anyway. So I was like, well, if I'm going to be losing stuff, I want to just lose a hook and a hook, not a sinker on my leader. So
yeah,
I do have some peg floats that have like the cut in them, and you can put them on the line and take them off the line. You know what I mean? I've used those in a place where I got snagged once, so I wanted to keep the hook up off the ground. So then I put a float on it to bring the hook up off the ground. You know what I mean?
That's why I use a 3-way, and I have the sinker on a lighter line. Yeah. That way, because normally the sinker is what's going to get snagged, especially if you got a float on there. Then you just lose a sinker.
Yep.
And I got hundreds of sinkers because I used to collect the wheel weights, and I used to give them to Brad, and he'd give me the after product, and I'd give him all kinds of wheel weights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Well, I've used them right there. Take the little black peg out, replace it with that. Put the line in there and just put it down beside it, hold it. And that little thing rattles pretty good.
Last bucket of wheel weights I had, I took to Freddie at CatCon last year and gave him to Freddie.
J-Dog,
you all right?
What?
Did Eric just
I like three-way swivel.
Yeah, Lou.
When
I know what I'm doing sometimes.
I like the three-way swivels too, but the biggest part of the time you're in good strong current. When you throw it out there, you can see it's apart from it. But when it goes down, it does this, and the current will make that bait swirl, and it gets wrapped around the line a lot. But that's why I like to use a little shorter. Like Eric said, I put that 20-pound test sinker line on there. I make my 65-pound about like that, so it's more or less it don't do that.
Yeah, Uncle Lou, chicken's butt sees the sunlight every time. Yeah, at least once or twice a day. When he's pecking at the ground, get him something to eat.
Have up, down, on. He's not interested in learning.
We'll go outside, huh?
Can't flip a switch, don't want it.
It's like I ain't never threw a cast net until last year. And I went around watching everybody's videos. The one I caught on to was Mike Greenwell throwing a cast net, and then I was doing it down there at J-Dog, and he was making fun of me.
I never even knew they existed until 2.5 years ago.
What's that, buddy?
Cast nets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd never seen one before.
And you still ain't thrown one, have you?
No.
But he'd like to someday.
I know I ain't going to get to this point where I can throw a 12-footer. That ain't going to happen.
No, I couldn't even imagine that.
Well, you can't throw a 12-footer in Ohio anyway. I mean, you can in your yard.
But I can always go to J-Dogs.
Yeah, true. J-Dog wouldn't make fun of me.
I think it was along that lines, Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou said, "Is that about when you won? One, just one."
Yeah, I won a cast net one time.
Yeah, he won a cast net one time. Man, that was about a year ago. Getting close to it. It was a nice cast net for what I heard.
From what I heard.
Still in a box somewhere in some Amazon store.
I'm mad at Amazon right now. I'm going to send that computer back, right? So I get on Amazon and I talk to the lady on the chat, and I got the chat log that says it. I said, I know it says here that if I send this back, I won't get my refund until it reaches the vendor that it came from. I said, I bought it from you, but the vendor it came from, you won't refund my money until it gets in. I said, that's going to take a week. I said, I need the money refunded now so I can start shopping for a computer. And the lady finally said, you know what, that's fine. She said, because typically when they scan it at wherever you're returning, like UPS or Staples or something, they'll scan it, and then that tells Amazon that they got the package, and then they refund your money. And she said, yeah, we'll refund it at the time of the scan. And I understand now, I think it's because it was a computer, but I took it and it scanned, and I didn't see the refund, so I got a hold of them yesterday, and they were like, "Oh no," I said, "We won't refund that until it reaches the guy." And I said, "Well, you ought to go back and check my chat log. I think it says that you will." And we argued about it. They actually seen it and seen where it said that, yeah, we'll refund it at the scan, and when it's scanned, and they still wouldn't refund the money. I'm like, okay, well, when I do get the money refunded, I will buy it from somewhere else besides Amazon.
Hey, I got a box.
All right, guys.
Picked
You
it up
guys have a good day.
yesterday.
I'm out of here.
Got a box right
Right,
here.
man, be safe.
U.S. Postal Service at its finest.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You
Now,
know,
you can-
I think actually,
you can
I
stick
think
your
I
hand
took
in there.
pictures of the box before I shipped it. Now that you mention it,
Haven't even opened it yet. Look at that. That's how I picked it up from the postal box.
yeah. Morning, Catfish Dreams. Yeah, I think I took pictures of the box, if I remember correctly, before I sent it off. That way, I got proof what it looked like when I dropped it off. And I literally packed it up exactly how it came, everything back in, even the cords that came with it back in the little plastic bags they came in, you know, and zipped or wire tied all together. I mean, it was sent back exactly as it came. So we'll see what they say. Because I didn't pay attention that it was getting shipped from one of their vendors. I just, you know, I had Amazon Prime and I had Prime checked, so I assumed that it was coming through Prime. Exactly, JG Hill. They take 45 days. I'll be driving to Amazon. Say, I'm trying to go back to work here. You guys are holding stuff up. But yeah, that's what I always say too, JG. I always question, you know, if you buy something, it debits your account instantly. Well, when you return something, it takes X amount of time. I'm like, well, you know, it's BS that it doesn't have to be that way, but there's a reason they do that. I don't know if it's to discourage you from returning something or what, but there's no reason it has to take that long to send your money back to your card.
Not when they take it out right there at that split second.
That's what I'm saying. They can take it out instantly, but they can't put it back instantly. It's bullshit.
It's like I was 2 days late of paying my electric bill one time. Of course, I didn't have no choice. You know, I didn't get paid till 2 days after that.
Yep.
I was going to pay it. Well, I come in for work the day before it was supposed to be paid, and it was off. So I called, and I said, "Hey," I said, "I just paid this online, and you're gonna tell me?" Uh, I said, "I had to borrow the money. I was gonna pay it tomorrow, but I borrowed the money. I paid it." I said, I said, turn my electric back on. Oh, we can't turn that on. It's going to take about sometime tomorrow to turn it on. I said, well, lady, I said, I'm sitting here looking at it. They didn't disconnect it on the pole. They didn't take my meter. So evidently you turned the switch off, so turn the daggone switch back on. I said, you flip the switch, flip it back.
Yep.
And so, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I didn't have electric till the next day, but I told him, it's all funny to me. You can flip a switch or hit a keyboard a couple of strikes and turn it off. I said, but you can't turn it back on like that. And what it is, they want to make sure that money clears.
Yeah, no, I didn't, Curtis, man. Send me a link to that.
Well,
see, and that's what it is, because it was a computer. They want to make sure I shipped everything back is what it is before they refund my money, which in my opinion is an insult. Because like you said, Uncle Lou, I always on a return, it got refunded immediately after UPS scanned it. And that's what the lady in the chat the first day said they would do, because I knew that also. I was like, no, I said, you guys always refund it right at the time it gets scanned. And what it is, it's because it was a computer going to one of their vendors. And I said, well, I didn't buy it from the vendor. I bought it from you. So I don't give a shit who you send it to. You know, that's not my problem.
Morning, Mr. Tully. Like I got my personal taxes in from the county here, or state or the county. I think it's county taxes. And my taxes jumped from from $350 to $700 something.
Are you kidding me?
And because I bought that boat
Oh yeah.
right here, and I turned out and sold it, and so I was sitting here thinking, you know what? I said, I'm tired of paying taxes to them every year on something that I bought and paid for. I pay taxes on it.
Yep.
I put my tags on it and everything else. I said, why should I pay taxes on that? So I was sitting there thinking, I'll fix to start talking to our representatives around here and say, hey, we need to get some laws changed here on these tax deals. I said, if a man owns a four-wheeler, a trailer he pulls behind the truck, a boat, uh, uh, a camper or something like that, I said, once you pay taxes on it, you shouldn't have to pay taxes on it no more.
Yep. But they get you, it's just like your boat. You register your boat every year. And here in Indiana, if you launch in a state park, got to have your boat registered with the state, got to have plates for your trailer, and then you have to buy a launch permit to launch at the state parks. That's 3 taxes.
Yep. And I feel like if a man works hard and he buys a boat, he shouldn't have to pay property tax on that every year since he's paid tax on it when he tags it and stuff like that. Why?
Hey, Curtis, you're right about them holding it. I was going to actually say that if they have 10,000 returns due one day and they hold all that money from each of them returns, the 24 hours worth of interest is probably a lot of money, and that's why they do that crap.
Then you multiple. That place has been losing tons of money daily by that. I mean, third-party delivery people can't read an address on a home. Uncle Lou's his stuff keeps going down the street. He told me I took a picture of him, said to him, that ain't my porch.
Yep.
Then he filed a claim on it. And then he wound up, they brought the deals to him. And then he got some more in the mail. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
And if you try to call them and say, hey, you sent me this twice, I need to send this back to you, they tell you, no, just keep it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And like Uncle Luke said, yeah, they lose money. They got to be losing money. That's true. I kept Mr. Drinking said, I want to know why I had to do my own taxes when the F-tards already know what I'm owed and don't have to pay. Yep.
Yeah, I'm a 1099 guy, right? So I have to pay my own everything. And
we were too.
They get copies of every 1099 I get, they get a copy of. So they know how much I made that year. In fact, I lost some 1099s and I need to go on the website and see if I can get them from them. I don't know if I can or not, but it'd be nice. They got lost in the move.
That's why I like the business I had. It was 98% of it was cash and carry.
Yeah, Curtis, that's how it is here too. Yep.
Yeah, we get ours every year or every 2 years, depending on what year model vehicle you got. Like my van was 2 years because it's a 09, so it's an odd, so I can get every 2 years on that one. It's like one time they had driver license every year. You had to renew your license. Then you put every 2 years. Then they had one where you go every 7 years, and now they've changed it. I think it's like every 5.
Yeah, I just got one this year. Let's see how long it goes before it expires. Mine expires in 2030, and this is what, 2024, so it's 6 years. Cool. I had to take my stuff in and get all, birth certificate and that crap to get the little star thing put on it.
Well, it's like I don't mind paying my taxes. I pay them, but because it does go to the roadways and bridges and stuff like that, and it helps keep vehicles. But when I see a person from the county taking county equipment, backhoes, tractors, and stuff like that to their personal property and using it, and it's taxpayer money that bought it, and it's supposed to be for road work, ditch work, and all that stuff, but I see them take it to their personal properties, use it on their property because they work for the county. Now that kind of ticks me off because I can't, as a taxpayer, I can't go up there and borrow it, bring it to my house and use it. They won't let me.
Exactly.
But here they keep hollering here in Matt County. Well, Matt County's broke. No, you're not. You're mishandling the money. Like with our county guys here, they got trucks that they let them drive home and stuff. Why? And back and forth to work. Why? Make them drive their own vehicles. Everybody else goes to work has to drive their own vehicles.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with them driving their own vehicle to the job and getting in the company vehicle or county vehicle and going doing what they got to do. Our tax stickers are for 2 years. I think you can. See, I want to get like Tennessee. I love the way they do their tax thing. They get taxed a little higher on gas, food, and stuff like that, but that's well worth it because once you pay for a vehicle and you pay taxes on that, and them tags, you ain't got to retag it. You got to pay them taxes on that thing. Shipping on total you insane UPS blank FedEx for their increased charges of things on 31 inch. No one wants to claim their own pocket for filing methods. Yeah, that federal taxes, man, they wasting our money. It's like each county take taxes. They're supposed to use that for the county and pay the county officials and use it for county purposes. And then they turn around and get aid from the government that you have to help pay back. And all that is our tax money to the federal. And like, why are you getting more?
Yeah, I agree. Well, and it's like you never own property because you always got to pay taxes on it. If you don't pay the taxes on it, then they'll come and take your property. So you never really own your property.
No, here in Missouri, you don't own nothing. You
And
own.
I get frustrated with the fact that somewhere along the lines, the American society let that happen, like income taxes, for instance. At one time, there were no income taxes. Well, how on earth did they get that through the Congress and the Senate without, well, because they didn't have communications like we have. But the fact that that became a law amazes me that the people let that happen back then. I just,
We were taking trucks home while you're on a
yeah.
24/7.
When I worked at the cable company, we got to take our company vehicle home. It was part of the employment agreement because they started to try to take that away from us, and everyone's like, "Oh, wait a minute, that was part of the agreement when you hired me that I got a company vehicle to drive home, my work van."
Well, I don't mind that, but the fact of the matter is, it's like you bring that company truck home, you hook up to a grain trailer, you go take that grain trailer, fill it up with corn, and take it up to your property to feed your cows. What are you doing? Why are you using that truck for that for? It's not what that truck was given to you for. All you're doing is putting wear and tear on it and using taxpayer money to fill it up for your personal needs. That's not right.
Yeah. Well, you're not like our cable vans at the time. The bucket truck, I never drove it when I was off work. You know what I mean? I never drove that truck. It always stayed unless I was on call and I was going out
Yeah.
on a call. Yeah, I never ever drove that truck.
Like our city cop got fired from being our cop because he was taking our cop car and using it to go up to do his personal errands and stuff like that. And he had a tire business too. And he went up there and he loaded up some tires in the back seat, took them to his shop, and he was using it for other things too. And he wasn't supposed to. It's supposed to be used for city business, official business. So he got
and
fired.
the one that gets me, a lot of them, the one that really gets me is police cars. You'll be going down the road and you see a state cop with his wife and kids in the car going down the highway. I'm like, really? I don't understand how you can drive that car with your family in the car. You're not going to go on an emergency call with your family in that car. There's no way.
We had a guy use company truck to pull his boat. Got
Wow,
something
yeah.
happened. The dummy called the company services to get it out. Wow. Or you work for the city and like 10 miles out of town and drive a city truck on daily. That don't sit well with this guy. We hunted with a state patrolman. I have seen a NCHP car go through a CRP field overhead high. He drove that car everywhere.
We hunted in the state patrolman through CPR field overhead high. He drove that car everywhere. Yep. Now that would be one thing that'd be cool about being a cop, is you could drive that car through the median on the interstate and everything. You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
Well, it's like our county sheriff's department. They take their vehicles home every night or every day when they're off, but they set parked until they get ready to go back to work.
Yeah, like we used to do, like I had to do with my cable truck. Yep.
But our county claims that the county's broke. Well, there's a lot of ways that you can cut and save money and put it where it's needed, but you're not doing it. Like JG Hill said, if a guy, if it's his time to do it, if he's on call, say for that weekend, I can understand taking a county truck to his house just in case, but don't use it for your personal use. Leave it parked until you need it to go take care of something with the county. But they drive it home every single day. Now, I've seen them drive home the 1-ton service trucks to their house, and they'd have torch tanks, welders, and all that stuff in it. And he'd back it up to his shop and use everything out of it. And then once it was empty, he'd go back to the shop, and he'd take them tanks out and replace them with full tanks at the shop. And I'm like, you just use taxpayer money for your own thing. I said, is that legal? I don't think so.
No, of course not.
Rustic, some of those little things. Yeah, they add up, and it eventually adds up to a lot of money. Most people's brains. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't mind paying my taxes. I've always have. But it's like, it's getting to where now a lot of people around here, they're even complaining about it. Say, you know what? We never own nothing. If we miss deadlines on our taxes, boom. If we don't pay them, you go come for stuff.
Yep. Or they put it up a sheriff's sale, and somebody will come and tell you, you got to get out. I own this now.
Stick the whistleblower. No, I ain't never blown the whistle on nobody like that. But I just see it how it is. When the main man that's over the money in the county tells me personally that the county's broke, and I tell him, well, there's a lot of ways that people out here, they see it every single day, and we know you see it, and there's ways you can save money and put it where it's needed, and you won't do it.
Well, I worked at the city one time, and the worst thing is, okay, let's say the sanitation department, they put their budget in this year, right? Well, it gets close to the end of the year, and they haven't spent their whole budget. They literally went out and bought 2 pickup trucks to burn the rest of the budget up so they could ask for more money the next year. Instead of saying, hey, we got by this year on this much and didn't, we had 3% left over and we just return it to the city coffers. Instead, they go out and spend money they'll buy something to make sure that they spend every dime of that budget. and it happens from the city all the way up to the Pentagon. They do that.
Yep.
That's the only way they can ask for more money each year. They've got to burn up whatever their budget is.
I've seen them around here, even the State Department. You know, that same way, you know, in order for them to get more money to buy the asphalt they need to get it, they have to use up their supply. And it comes close to the end of the year, they got to use it up. So they go out here and you'll see a road that's got potholes, broke up, needs new asphalt, work on it, but they'll find a good smooth road and start laying the asphalt on it to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I've seen it around here, they do that. And I'm like, oh, come on.
And I had a friend sit on a grand jury, and I never knew anything about it, but asphalt comes in different grades. You know what I mean? The higher the grade, the longer it lasts.
Yeah.
And he said the whole thing the grand jury was about was the paving company was charging the city for grade A, let's say.
Hey, all things country, good morning.
And they were actually going out and buying grade C asphalt cheaper and laying it down, and they were pocketing that extra. And they caught them doing it, and that's what the grand jury was hearing about, whether they were going to, you know, charge them or not.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how that one ended up coming out, actually. But I know they didn't get any more city contracts. And then, like, they'll start a paving contract, say out on the highway. There's a bypass goes around our town, just out to the east of the town and up where you ain't got to drive straight through town. And there used to be a company that would work on paving and the edges and stuff of the northbound lanes one year, and they'd start in the spring and make it, I don't know how many miles it is. It may be 10 miles, if that. And they would do that north side first in one year and make it last all summer till it was time to lay off for the winter. And then the next year they'd start on the other side, and they rotated back, and they done it forever. And what it is, because see, here in Indiana, like a lot of that, the highway department stuff's covered by the Teamsters. Well, they don't have to file unemployment when they get laid off. They just got to go in unemployment and say, hey, I'm a Teamster, I'm with local blah, 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 and I've been laid off. And they just start sending them their checks. It's part of their contract. You know, so they set these jobs up to run all summer long and end in the fall time.
Well, that's what gets me is when you buy a new vehicle, you pay taxes on that vehicle as soon as purchased. And then when you go to tag it, you're like, okay, depending on your taxes and the amount you pay for that vehicle, depends, you know, here in Missouri, like it could be $1,700, $2,500, $3,000 for your tags.
Oh yeah, tags here in Indiana the same way. The tags for a new car are unbelievable. When I lived up in Wisconsin, I bought a car from a dealership, done all the paperwork and everything, and they said, okay, you come pick us up tomorrow evening after work. Well, I go to pick it up. The plates are on it. Everything's done. All I do is get in and drive. It had been registered and plated, the whole thing done at the dealership.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do. But yeah, Indiana, I forget right now, I paid, I don't know, for that 1984 Moto Guzzi, I forget, I think I paid $36 or something for its plates. It's a 1984 motorcycle. And then it was $100 and something for the Buick plates. I know that.
Well, it's like that new ride we just bought sitting out there, that 24. It cost us $1,700 to tag that thing.
That's unbelievable. You know, and
that's why I had to sell my boat, because I had to tag it, you know. And
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And wouldn't it stimulate the economy more if you made the plates cheaper so more people would buy a new car? And then you'd sell more cars. You have more, you know, the trickle out effect, or the pebble in the pond. You buy the car, you're going to go out and buy something for it at a store or something, you know, even if it's something little or hangs from the mirror, whatever, something, you're going to buy something for that car. So it trickles out to the local economy.
Same way here, all things country, same way here, man. That car's had more taxes paid on it than a vehicle in Missouri, man. You take one that's still running around from the 80s, man. Ever since it made in the 1980, it's had taxes. If it's had 40 different owners, They've all paid taxes on that thing.
We can't win, man.
All right, 205. Have a good day, bud.
See you, Mr. Hot Pepper eating dude. I'm telling you, dude, I watched them the other night. They were eating these, they're hotter than ghost peppers, or I don't know what they are, but, and he was literally just crunching them up. I'm like, you gotta be, there is no way in heck I could do that. I mean, you know, they have either the scones or whatever ratings they have, but I don't care what it was. It was hotter than a ghost pepper, and I've accidentally touched a ghost pepper before.
I eat something like that, I'd have blisters all in my mouth.
Oh, I would die. It would literally kill me. But I'm telling you, man, it was. I watched it. It was like, you got these guys are sitting here crunching these things up.
You know what that's doing to your stomach? Oh my!
Not a clue. But I know. And well, what they do, they crunch them up. And him and the guy, they sit there and talk about them. The type of hotness it was. It was actually pretty cool live. It was interesting. But man, I don't know how you could do it. Apocalypse pepper. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, it was gnarly.
Well, it's like with the farmer here or something like that. They trade vehicles about every year, every 2 years, and it gives them one heck of a tax cut. You know, why can't you give that to us? You know, they said, well, you know, if you buy this new vehicle, your taxes will be reduced by $20,000.
Yeah, JG Hill, my son leases a Honda Accord every year. And I'm like, why are you leasing a vehicle? Why don't you buy the vehicle? He said, nope. He said, I get to drive a brand new car every year. I'm like, I suppose, but it sure don't. You know, that's their thinking compared to our old fashioned thinking of, I would have this paid off by now and own it, you know.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Ernie's got some seeds on plant.
You can keep them. I can't eat a jalapeno. Are you kidding me? Let alone none of that stuff them guys are messing with. That stuff is so far ahead beyond me, man. Not even close.
The hottest I eat is jalapeno. I don't eat nothing any hotter than that.
Me too. Exactly. Me neither. And that's plenty.
Go to Burger King. Yeah, can you throw some jalapenos on that?
Yep. Yep. I like jalapenos. I was just saying it was a fun video to watch because you knew what these two guys had just crunched up would put me and you on the floor, and they're just sitting there talking about it, you know. Yeah,
well, you see that
not quite as hot on the tongue, but it's got a bit of more of a burn going, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, you've watched them competitions where they had like 6, 8 people, and they go eat one pepper. Pepper gets hotter as it goes until the people start dropping out. They say that's their limit.
Yep.
I'm like, God, man, they're sweating. The faces red.
205 and them could win that, I'm telling you, because they not only crunched them up, they sit there like it wasn't really nothing and talked about it. I'm like, are you kidding me? My son and them were all into the pepper thing like that too. Well, I don't know what that is. Some kind of thing that their generation's into. Let's see how hot we can make a pepper.
Like, are those actually grown before man got here, or what? Or did
I don't know. 205, the ones he ate, he grew himself.
That's what I'm saying, though. Were they naturally here for years, thousands of years?
I'm sure they've been
create them things.
I'm sure they've been, you know, genetically spliced together or whatever to increase the hotness or something. They're not natural, I don't think. They could be.
I mean, back in the day, the Westerns, man, you see them, they have that little thing in there and got to bring out that little Diablo, that little bitty red pepper, and they touch it to their tongue, they about pass out.
Yeah.
That used to be the hottest pepper. Now they got peppers now that'll make you, oh, man.
They got some that actually burn you.
Yeah.
Sun out, rain gone, maybe get a few things done today. Y'all have a great weekend, rock on. All right, JG's Hill Brother, I hope you feel good. Good luck with the stitches.
Yep.
It only burns a little bit when they put the alcohol on them and then yank them through. It's kind of enjoyable, actually, in a masochistic kind of way.
They put alcohol in mine. They just reached out and said, snip, 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 snip. Boop, 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 boop.
They put alcohol in mine when they done it. Last time I had this last surgery I had, they literally, it was stuff like super glue. I don't know what it was. And then it had some kind of like new skin coating over top of it. Banana pepper's your limit. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a
See,
fan
my
of
boy
banana
would have
pepper.
ate a ghost pepper when he ate that gas station chicken. He would have got sick
Yeah,
because that
yeah.
ghost pepper would have killed anything
I
that was
was gonna
on it.
say it would have killed him, so anything else wouldn't have mattered. I'm with you. Yeah, no way, man. It ain't for me. A prudent man knows his limitations, and hot peppers is mine.
Yeah,
I can't do them, man.
I could eat Tabasco hot sauce like that, and I can eat jalapenos. Anything other than that, I mean, there's this one onion I can't even eat. It's just hot.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I banana pepper. Yeah. I I don't know. The older I get, the mellower my ability is as far as spicy stuff goes. For instance, my chili's got a lot cooler in the last 5 or 10 years than it used to be.
that's where kids eat hot stuff. Made finish the whole meal. That's why I dislike hot stuff.
I can understand that. Yeah. Or someone when I was a kid, there you take a bite of that. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I don't know what it is, and it's going to probably be yucky. Yep, it's after 8, guys. I need to get stuff done today. I gotta see if Amazon got my package yet, and see if they refunded my money, so I can go to Best Buy and start looking for a computer. I think I'm going to end up just being able to buy a tower and put my 2 old monitors on it till I get working, and then I can get a couple digital monitors. The digital monitors aren't that expensive, really. Hey, all right, brother, you're at the ramp. You going live? Everybody, if you're going live, let us know, and we'll send everybody over your way. I was waiting for a reply, but I forgot he's typing. He ain't talking. But I got to see, and then I got to go to Best Buy and look for. I don't know anywhere else to go buy computers at. That you can buy just the tower or something. I thought about getting one of them all-in-one. It's like the monitor and stuff sits on your desk. It's all built into the monitor. You know what I mean? So I don't really need. It's not like I'm gaming on it or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just general internet browsing, and the appraisal itself is like a glorified word processor in a way. Except it pulls maps and things like that. But I'm trying to decide if I really need a full PC or not. Because if I got one of them all-in-ones and it has an HDMI output port, I can plug a second monitor into it. Then I got 2 monitors running like I always have, but one of them happens to be the computer too. I just don't have any experience with them, so I don't know anything about them. I mean, I know I've heard a lot of people didn't like them, but maybe it's because you can't upgrade them or anything like that. You can't open them up and put another memory card in, for instance, or a bigger memory card. So I don't know if anyone out there, the 23 people in here, has ever had anything to do with the all-in-one desktop or desktop monitor computer things. Holler up, speak up, let me know what you think, because I've never had one. It saved me a lot of money, let's put it that way, because it saved me from having to buy an extra monitor, where I don't have to buy 1 monitor instead of 2. Because I'm not even sure the PCs or the monitors I have, I'm not even sure they'll plug into a new PC, because most of them only have HDMI ports on them.
Not very
Oh yeah, you know what? All things country, that makes sense right there. I never thought about that. If the monitor goes out, then you're stuck with a computer and nothing else, and you can't even use the computer because you can't see the screen. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, I think I'll get a tower, because that definitely makes. Yeah, but I can't use a laptop, Curtis. I gotta have a desktop for my appraising stuff. So I have to run dual monitors. You know, on one monitor, I have the actual appraisal that I'm typing up and stuff. And on the other monitor, I have all the information. Like if I'm, for instance, I'll have maybe the property card up for the house that I'm appraising, and I'm looking over at it and transferring the data into the report, you know, the parcel number, the legal description, and all that stuff. So I have to have two monitors. I was wondering about that part right there, all things. If I could get the adapter to go to, and in fact, I was just thinking about that a second ago. And because I had to, on one of the monitors, I had to put an adapter on it because the back of the computer had two different kinds of outputs for the monitor. The one regular one, and then the second one was a VGA, I think. Either way it goes, I had to go buy a adapter at Best Buy when I was putting it all together and didn't realize that. But I tell you, after seeing that 22-inch monitor, dual 22-inch monitors, it sure was impressive. But oh shoot, which one was it? Oh, I can't remember now. Never mind. You know, and so you got Best Buy and what, maybe Walmart or something you can buy computers at nowadays. There aren't really many big electrical appliance type stores around anymore. All right, I forgot it's after 8, guys. I appreciate everything. Many desktop PCs work great, and you will have enough left for a new monitor. Oh, hold on, it won't let me. I have to get that off my phone. Hold on. Yeah, and like I said, my biggest thing is storage. I got to be able to store. You know, I had 1 terabyte on my last computer, and I never used it all up. You know what I mean? But it's nice to know you have more than you need. Yeah, I looked at these yesterday, actually. It's got 2 HDMI outputs, 2 USBs on the back, 2 USBs on the front. That would almost be enough to do what I need to do. Let's see. You get the 2 monitors, and then what? I would have the 1 USB for the keyboard mouse little receiver thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. Let me look at that one there. You're killing it with the links, man. You're much better at that stuff than I am. Let's see what that's got. HD, ADM, Ryzen 5, 8 gig of memory, 512 gig SSD. I think the HP laptop I got here has more memory and stuff than that one does. Because I got a laptop, that's not a problem. I don't really need one of those. I more need the desktop kind. But see, then I got to thinking, this laptop has an HDMI port, right? I could just get another monitor and plug into the HDMI here and then run two monitors, one being the laptop and one being the extra monitor. Yeah, I've got one. Actually, I've got a 1 terabyte external hard drive that I back everything up with all the time. Because I've lost a bunch of files one time and learned my lesson the hard way on that. So about once every 2 months or so, I back everything up on that external hard drive. I forget. I think it was 1 terabyte. It may be more even. I'm the kind of guy that'll go overboard on stuff. Because I think I just re-backed up stuff I already had the other day. Come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. For you old guys like me that your eyes aren't very good, what I started doing is like this label on this hard drive on the back with all that little print. I use my camera, take a picture of it, and then I zoom my camera in so I can read the print, of the picture I just took, and then I'll use that picture and I'll use my camera to be able to read the print then. Let's see here. Toshiba portable storage. It's got to say somewhere on here how much capacity it has. Oh, I don't need nothing that big. I did find two 24-inch monitors for $69 each or whatever. I don't need the fancy 4H or whatever. You know what I mean? I just need a regular 1080. Yeah, it doesn't say on there anywhere. That's funny. I thought for sure it would say on the label on the back how much capacity it had. Toshiba Electronic Devices and Storage Corporation. And it says not to throw those away, to recycle them or something. Must be because of the battery. Yeah. All right, we're losing people. I'm sorry, I got off on monitors and stuff. Yep, it works, doesn't it, All Things Country? Yeah, I've got that up on my phone. I'm getting ready to go back and look at it as soon as I end this. The only thing I'm looking at on it right now is I got to figure out how many USB output ports I need for everything that I use. I got the mouse and keyboard's one spot. Speakers is another USB port. So I just got to sit down and figure what all I need. You know what I mean? And then I'll see if that meets what I really need. Anyway, guys, I'm going to close Clubhouse up. I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out. I appreciate all the good advice. And we'll look around. Maybe we'll get lucky and Roger and J-Dog go live. I doubt it, but we'll see. So until, what is it, today, Friday? I won't see y'all till Monday now. Sorry. But if you're like me, you just set your alarm for 8:30 and you sleep in on Saturday till 8:30. That gives you time to get up, get a Red Bull and some breakfast, and then 9 o'clock college game day comes on and you're set till noon. I am anyway. And I hate when it's sunny on Saturday morning. All righty, guys. We'll see y'all later.